Hello and welcome to the ADLR Podcast, episode 91. This week we got some music, some stand-ups, some movies. We got it all. Stay tuned. We have Javi in the chat just starting up the podcast for us in chat form, so let's go. Rocks in the chat.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah. He's out here. Joined by Brian De La Rosa. We got Kelsey underneath.
Oh, you know it.
Oh, okay, and we got Randal here on the right, cosplaying Mr. Elliot. You let him know. That's what he says all the time. Is Let's start with, you can go to my website, ADLRplays.com, where is the one-stop shop for all me content, and push the change today because I removed Patreon, so we don't have. I deactivated the Patreon account. I didn't see a need for it. All the stuff comes out a day or so or after this, so there's no need for people to pay for ahead of time. So don't worry about Patreon no more. What you do need to worry about is them kids. All right, donate to Extra Life from my website or from the link in the chat. It's up to you. All the proceeds go to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for children. And as always, if you want to talk to us, send us a topic or just say hey, you can go to ADLR.com, ADLRplays.com/contact. So drop in some fan mail or just shoot the shit, and that's about it. Now, let me try these, what's it called in there. Let's go website. Oh, it worked, right?
Am I still quiet now?
Hey, you aren't quiet. You're just lower than normal. That's all. Like, I can still hear perfectly fine, Why is Streamlabs separate? That's interesting. Okay. Because it should be using my account to do that. Unless, since I'm using it, it does that? Interesting. Brian, try doing the fan mail one. And maybe it's because since I initiated the... No, okay. Well, I gotta fix that because it's supposed to be my account sending out that Streamlabs. Trashness. Anyway, fix your shit, Streamlabs. Ooh, buddies. Welcome to another episode of the Quarantine Podcast, where we just been hunkered down. We get nice and close to the mic, get to know one another, get to know the cat, get to know Randal's hoodie.
Can't go wrong with the cat.
Yeah. I got some sad news for those weekly subscribers of the JoJo update. There's no JoJo update this week. I didn't watch a single episode of JoJo. I'm sorry. I have failed you all.
You're letting the youth down.
I am. The problem is looter shooters is the problem. Oh. Okay?
Between looter shooters?
Yeah, between the Division 2 and Borderlands 3. It is just sucking the life out of me, in a good way.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. You like it? Yeah. I did manage to listen to some stuff and watch one thing during lunch, which is a stand-up. So I've been seeing Chris Delia in a bunch of interviews. Thank you, Brian. Because he shares those as often as he possibly can. I'm like, I never seen this man stand-up before. Like, I seen the trailer of him in Whitney show, and then him in interviews. I've never seen a stand-up. So I'm like, let me see his latest stand-up. All right?
You know what's funny is to this day I've yet to see any of his stand-up either.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I saw it was added to the server, and I'm like, oh, let me check this out, because it was only I think it was under an hour. So I'm like, I can manage an hour. It's like a lunchtime. So I went ahead and did that. Watch Chris Delia No Pain. Let me update the visuals for y'all. Randal, you also watched it. You watched it today?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. Because I didn't see it on there before until now. I'm like, oh, shit, he saw it? Now you watch other comedians because you came on this podcast before with reviews of other comedians. You branch out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know anything about Chris Delia besides that video of him with the action stars that we saw on here?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. So where the hell am I going? Where is? Oh, here it is. I was gonna say I'm just clicking around, just booling. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a low key podcast. I don't know if you guys are getting the vibe yet, but
You're gonna be a low key podcast.
I think he got me, guys. He got me good. That's the video again. Cute show. Let me hit you with this real quick. Image. No, we don't need that. We need Chris Delia, dude. All right? Bam. Easy. No problem. Okay. So at first, I'm like, I saw the first like opening joke. I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna be good. I don't know why. Like he seemed very nervous. I don't know if it was nervous or that's just the way he is. I never seen him on stand-up, so I'm like, what's going on? Like it wasn't hidden. Then he came into the next joke, which I think was yelling at babies. Hilarious. From then, it's been, for me, a great ride through and through. Delivery was great. It was like he was doing those interview bits like ad-lib. Like he's up there just spewing. Like it doesn't seem like he wrote it down. That makes sense? It sounds like it came off the cuff because he's laughing at his own jokes, but not in like a... not like
laugh.
Yeah. Like it. No, it was his normal laugh. It's like he was like, you know how he's on like The Fighter and the Kid, and something funny happened, he'll laugh in the middle of it because he's there, even though they're doing a bit. It's like he's just doing bits because that's what the stand-up's for. I don't know. I liked it. I don't know what I was getting myself into because I've never seen his stand-up. I've seen his interview and stuff, so I kind of got his cadence and stuff from the interviews, and it definitely. It mirrors it. It's so now when I see on the interviews, I'm like, oh, this is the same energy he brings when he's on the stage anyway, which is a good. So I'm like, I'm looking forward to his next stand up. Randal, what do you think? No, make love to this. This is your baby right here. Call it Mikey or Michelle, whichever you prefer.
I only found two sections of the stand-up funny.
Okay.
Other than that, I thought it was.
Wasn't your kind of content?
I don't think it's about content. I think it's about delivery. I don't think the delivery was funny to me.
Okay.
The part about the dolphins and the part about the mutant power was the funniest to me.
Well, those are like actual like things you got to think about, especially for the mutant power.
And if that's true about dolphins, then that's crazy.
Yeah, that is a known thing. People know that dolphins
rape people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bryant hasn't even seen the stand-up. Like, it's a thing.
Yeah, dolphins are some of the few animals that can actually be homosexual too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if the gay dolphin sees you, Randal,
You better watch out, bro.
shake his hand. This is GG for you.
Well, he got a nice story from Chris Delia about the dolphin. So I again, the content, it's some of it's dark humor, some of it's just his wacky creative. Like, where the fuck did you think of this? Why are you thinking of this kind of comedy? So I don't know. If you're a Chris D'Elia fan before, it's more, not even a Chris D'Elia fan. If you just watch the interviews like I have, and I'm like, yo, this guy's funny on interviews, I think he carries that over. And except he has an hour of it just to himself without being interrupted. Talking to you, Brian. Not this Brian. Not this Brian. Callan.
I love seeing him and Callan together because Brian, to me, he's like a good. He's good at playing like the bunt. Is it butt or bunt of the joke?
Yeah, he plays it off. He knows when it's a bit, and he just moves on with it, regardless of what role he has to be.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I saw, since we're talking about sharing Chris D'Elia interviews, I saw the Joe Rogan one. That's how I heard it. I heard the Joe Rogan one.
The shitting part had me laughing. When they played the clip of when they were hunting.
Yeah. Don't come out here for the sake of our relationship. Don't come out here. Oh my god. All right, Randal. So you went. I'm gonna move it right along here because we got a lot of shit to talk about. You went ahead and heard Brian's review of Mortal Kombat, right? And you're like, let me see if this man's full of shit. That's what you said. That's what you said out loud before when the tapes ended, right? verbatim,
catchphrase.
right?
I don't think so.
I think that sounds like something you would say, right? Oh, you don't think so? All right. Well, you went in and saw Mortal Kombat. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I got a second one, didn't I?
I don't know.
Oh, Anthony, you're dumb. You're fat and dumb. Here you go. Bam. The trio. That's what you saw, right?
I think the first picture was better, but yeah.
It is, but we used it last week, so I'm not trying to use the same picture.
Okay.
Got to keep it fresh, you know? I thought Brian walked in with wireless headphones. I'm like, he glowing up too? Shit.
No, you won't see me with wireless headphones. Actually, that's not true. You won't see me at my computer with wireless headphones.
Oh, okay. So, Randall, you're a fan of Mortal Kombat, right?
I wouldn't call myself a fan.
Oh, why don't you like Mortal Kombat?
Too gory.
Oh, you don't like all that grotesque blood, that goriness? You don't want to see people's limbs ripped off?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm not a gory person.
Okay.
Hey, don't you own MK11? No further questions, Your Honor.
I thought you can disable that.
Huh?
Can't you disable
I
that
don't
in
remember.
MK? The gore, like the fatalities and stuff, or the gory stuff.
I want to say you can take the blood out. I think. I don't know. I don't look for that, so I wouldn't know. I know Gears did.
Yeah. All right, Randall, what you think, man? Yeah, you like art? Just animated?
I was very impressed with this
Oh shit!
animated movie.
And what way? Like, what impressed you about it?
So impressed that I've been thinking about whether or not I want to watch it again. Well, no, I know I'm going to watch it again. I was just debating whether or not it was going to be today.
Because of the quality of the animation, the story,
Everything.
Everything.
Everything, like the animation, the acting, even the story wasn't like, usually when they try to do movies about stuff like tournaments and fight, well, something that's derived from a fighting game, the story is mediocre at best. But the story in this was just very compelling. It's like the origin of Scorpion. So I learned some things about, even though I've like known about Mortal Kombat for years, all the way back to high school. This movie explains some things about Scorpion that I didn't even know were true, and some stuff that I thought was actually wrong.
Oh,
This movie isn't this is their own version of it.
so it's not canon?
I don't know if it's the new canon, but I know that things that happened in this movie didn't happen the way they did in the lore itself.
So who do we speak to here? Who do I need to email?
I mean, you can take it the same way that like Max Landis had his own Superman. That's how I consider this.
Oh, okay. So it might be a spin-off with its own. So do you consider this story better than the ones you've read in the lore?
Well, I didn't know if it was canon or not because, up until what he just said, I thought it was canon because I saw it was like Ed Boon was involved in it.
Oh, so
it's not like they. I'm trying to. You know how PS4 Spider-Man, it's canon, but it's its own Spidey.
it's a different universe, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it seems like because there's things that I can't say spoiler reasons that are different in Scorpion's whole arc that happens here.
And isn't MK11 have to do with timelines too? So then this might be its own timeline.
Yeah, MK11, a whole bunch about rewriting time, basically.
So it could be its own thing. So do you like this Scorpion with his lore, or do you like the other timeline one?
Me?
Either one of you. You guys both watched it.
I don't. I'm trying to think. I'm indifferent. I like either one. To be honest with you, like it's certain things that change, like the reason why X thing happens to Scorpion before he is Scorpion. That's what's different, but what ends up happening is the same. So it's basically like key plot points happen, but the reason why is different, kind of.
So it's one of those like so it's like the timeline things. Like so instead of like I say you hurt your toe or like you jammed your toe, instead of jamming it with the door, you jammed it with like stairs or something. But you still ended up needing to do something because of your jammed toe, that kind of thing. Where it's
Basically.
like Mass Effect's like branching stories, but there's points where it all comes back in and then separates again and then comes back in.
Yeah, basically. But I digress.
How about you, Randall? You feeling the same? Both of them are fine, or did you like the choices they made in this story or backstory?
For me, it's a landslide. I like this story way better.
Oh, okay. Damn, I gotta see this. Dude.
I mean, the reason why is because Scorpion's original origin was like he was portrayed as like bad, which is like supposedly he got his abilities from hell. But this story is different, and his motivation for why he's become Scorpion, I think, is way more relatable, and in the sense that I can understand. Like I probably would react the same way. I think most people would react the same way.
Well, the reason why is still the same in both. X person wipes out the whole Sasuke story. He signs a deal. He signs a deal for revenge. That part's still the same. It's just that they never.
I just don't remember. I don't remember
never
his family being involved in the original.
So they write it in as that's the reason why, but they never show it, and that's what I like about this movie. I guess that's a small spoiler to the first 10 minutes of the movie, but
So it actually shows the downfall of his clan.
Yeah, I always thought
entirely.
I knew it was about the clan, from the original, because that was the story from the original. But I didn't know from the original his family was also involved, which is different. In this one, it seems like obviously he's probably upset that his clan got wiped out, but it seems I'm just gonna say things hit the fan once he found his dead wife.
Oh shit!
Like
Immediately.
like immediately.
Like
And
next frame,
I'm talking about night and day. Like the transformation was more drastic than Bruce Banner changing into the Hulk.
oh shit!
It was way more drastic.
So he was just.
I've never seen somebody cut somebody's face so many times.
Oh my god!
Never seen my handiwork.
Oh shit!
The only thing missing was him yelling Ares, basically.
Was it that level of gore?
Oh my god!
Like God of War, like when they because God of War, you can rip the front of that dog demon from his mouth. Like that's.
Man, the junk.
Dude, in the new one, you like literally rip people in half.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So is it like that kind of animation?
You
or
remember?
Doom Eternal? Yeah, I loved it.
No. Hulk versus Thor.
Hulk versus
The animated movie.
I never saw it.
What the? Okay.
I never saw it.
So there's a part where Hulk is like beating the crap out of Thor.
Okay.
It's so bad that it's like uncomfortable. It's so bad that they don't even the music cuts off and they don't even. It's so bad that they don't show it. It's like done off camera.
Oh, you just hear the
You hear it
pounding?
and
Yeah.
you see and the camera's shaking, so you know it's bad.
Okay.
Well, there's a moment like that in this movie with Scorpion. But the difference is they show you what the person looks like afterwards.
Oh.
And let me just say, like, no forensics in the world could identify that person. I don't care what they can have Batman technology. I don't care what type of technology. There's no way they're going to reconstruct and be like, oh, this is John Doe.
We know what he looks like. We can shit.
Yeah, I don't even know if this was a human. This
Oh.
was something.
Holy shit. Okay. So
Sounds pretty awesome.
So then, besides the gore and stuff, the fight scenes you said are animated fantastically too. A lot better than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus or Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Way better.
Way better than that too.
better.
Oh, snap.
As far as animated
Fight choreography.
I mean, I would probably have to do a little more in-depth thinking, but off the cuff, I'm gonna have to say this is probably the best I've ever seen.
I gotta see this now. It's gonna be dope
really
though.
good.
That's what I see.
only-
Go ahead.
My only complaint was Joe McHale doing Johnny's voice. It kind of felt too dry to be him, and that might just be that the guy that voices him in the games just does that good of a job. That's probably what it is. That and then me getting used to the different plot changes, but then I'm like, okay. That's one of my only complaints. Everything else,
Lit. Okay. So that's a golden cosign, dude.
Do you have any complaints for it, Randall, or no?
Probably the gore, right? I would imagine, since you're not really a gore person.
No, not really. I can't think of anything, man. I almost feel like that movie was flawless.
Whoa.
Almost.
Oh,
I mean, like,
pun intended.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, I didn't catch it. That was good.
yeah, like all the way up to the end, like, and there was a certain thing in the movie that I was just waiting for, and I kept waiting for it and kept waiting for it, and I was like, if this doesn't happen in the movie, I'm gonna be like really irritated.
And he said, "Get over here."
Yeah, it was that.
I knew it.
They
Because
did it.
this entire time I'm like, he better say, "Get over here."
They did it tastefully. Cause oh my god, yo, he was anybody. Okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this.
Okay.
You know how in the movie, sometimes in the movie, I can't think of one right now, but you're like, I don't know who's gonna get it. Like no. Was it didn't you say that for like Lord of the Rings? Not Lord of the Rings. Game of Thrones.
Yeah, when Ramsey when he shows up on screen, like somebody's dying.
Okay, it's like that with Scorpion. Anybody, you're just waiting. You're like,
He's dead.
he's going to harpoon somebody.
Oh, okay.
Like it's at the like most abrupt moments. Like in the middle of a conversation, somebody's getting harpooned in the head.
Oh shit.
And he's like off screen. So
That's why
I
Bryant
wish I
likes
could
this.
count how many times he's like spear, harpoon, whatever you want to call it, somebody. But like you mentioned, he was doing it so many times, but he wasn't saying it.
Uh-huh.
But they did it tastefully because they waited to the perfect moment where it actually meant something. And he said it, and it was so impactful because when he said it, I was like, yeah.
Get the fuck over here. Yeah, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It was beautiful, man. I couldn't have written it better if I wanted to.
Oh.
The person he does it to is my favorite character. The way they did him in the movie is my favorite character. His voice, I already like him a lot as a character in like the games, but the way he looks and his voice actor, I think they did a really good job.
Okay. Oh, I gotta sit down and watch this. Is this a lengthy movie?
One more thing.
Go for
one
it.
more thing.
Go for it.
You know how like I can't remember what Bryant was talking about, but one time I don't know if it was a movie or a game. He was talking about like how they were able to convey how hard the hits were.
Yeah.
It was some game. Either way, my point is that in this movie, the hits, man, they
sound
the
good.
hits and the tears, like people's limbs getting ripped and bones being broken, all that stuff. Like the sound was just, it was good. It was really good the way they.
It sounds like you guys recommend we buy this.
I would definitely drop money for this.
Okay.
It's on digital, yeah.
That's lit. All right. That's good to know.
I would go to the movie theater to watch this, even though I've seen it already.
Well, in movie theater, the sound will probably bother you even. Like, it'll probably get through your spine. Like, you're like, oh, shit, that man.
We just look over, he vomits.
I guess, too, that it was just the story, man. I'm all about story. And the story, the way they started it off, it was like, okay, yeah, I completely understand how you feel.
Like, the motivation's there, so
I would
everything
pick
makes
that
sense.
option, too.
Oh, shit.
And when you get to the end, again, I don't really condone violence and gore and all that stuff.
Randall,
like
this review says otherwise right now. Dude.
I don't, but see, there's a reason behind it. It's not just blunt. Like,
yeah, it's not just the rate. It's not like me in the division shooting up everything.
It's the, and I almost feel bad to say this, but I don't. But the ending is so gratifying. It's like everything was just put together so well.
Because it was built up. He got his revenge. Like that's what he.
Boy, did he get his revenge.
He said, "Get the fuck."
But that's not like
over
a Sub-Zero wasn't there.
Oh, he was there. He was there. Everybody was there almost. Well, everybody that's
Smash
like
Bros.
the important people.
John says he condones violence. Yo, hey, it happens. Some people don't. Some people do. There's no right or wrong. It's just gray. All right. I'm digging it. You guys both. You guys gave it a go, like straight up A plus. You gave it S tier ranks here. So
I'm trying to tell you.
all right, I'm definitely gonna check this out.
And it's only like an hour, 20.
Like an hour and a half,
20
probably.
minutes, I think.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
those like animations don't overstay their welcome. So
I'm almost afraid of them making another one because
Wait,
this
did
was
they-
called
so I guess
Mortal
spoiler, hold on.
Kombat Origins or something like that.
Also,
Legends.
Legends, sorry. So I'm thinking, I'm just assuming, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that they might make like other characters,
yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe it's just called that, and it's just called that just to be called that. But I'm just afraid that if they make another one, it's no way it's gonna be as good as this one is.
We can look it up.
Not with that attitude.
I feel like they called it Legends. Like Mortal Kombat Legends is the main title just to differentiate it from like the game or something. You can just look up Mortal Kombat Legends and you'll see this. And then I think they're gonna make another one. I just don't think it's gonna be like origin stories, if you know what I mean. I think it's just gonna be like major chapters within the lore already. So like we'll probably see Deadly Alliance or an Armageddon and things like that.
I'd be down if they started off with a hit like this and they keep going.
Well, they ended it where they could definitely pick up another one. The way the movie ended.
That's good. That'd be great for the Mortal Kombat series. Like all it usually is known for is what the game, right? Do they have comics?
Yeah. So MKX had a comic series that was before the story for MKX, and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't Injustice level, but I enjoyed
Well, I
it.
mean, I gotta get through year 3 first. So of Injustice 1. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember which year I told you was my favorite. I think
4.
it was 3.
You was 4. You
Three
said
or 4. Okay.
You said it was 4 to me like 7 times. So
Well, then, yeah, that's fuck.
all right, let's move on then. What else are we gonna do? Oh, we'll swap it then. Brian watched something you watched, so let's do that.
Yeah, so late night I watched Altered Carbon Resleeved.
And just before you start, Brian, you know how I got a new picture for Randal because he saw this.
Mm-hmm.
I got a new picture for Altered Carbon, and when I saw this image, I'm like, perfect. Brian saw it. This is for him.
It's a
Okay.
gun.
Yes. This is exactly what I know. This is all you, my guy. I think you'd be super happy with the image I picked for you. So go for it. Altered Carbon Resleeved, my guy.
Yeah, John watched it too. I watched it.
Oh, he saw it lit.
I don't have too much to say. Just if you try to compare it to the first season of the show,
The live action.
you might as well just watch the live action.
Oh, you don't like it in comparison? You think it's a lot better than this?
They even take scenes from the first from the first season. It's just this one. It just seems like, I don't know. It seems like they made this as like a rough draft so they knew what they could do for the first season. Like I don't like the visual of it too much. I don't hate it. I don't love it.
Did it feel like
I don't-
bland or something? Like, did you watch it and you're
Yeah.
like, I'd rather watch. So the entire time you're watching, you're like, I just rather watch the live action?
Like around the halfway point, I started dazing in and out of the movie. Like I started falling asleep.
You don't think the time you watched it had anything to do with it?
I mean, it could have, but I wouldn't. If I liked it, I would have stood awake because my body
okay.
usually is awake.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the overall plot, it's like whatever. There's a twist, but you're like, oh, and then the prettiest I'm not really, for the first season, it wasn't like the stories what kept me watching so much. It starts off with like it interests me because it's like a who did it. That's how it starts, and then just like it rolls on and it's still good enough to make me want to keep watching, but it's not like edge of my seat. It's not Castlevania. I guess that's the most recent thing I saw that had me like that. But the visual of that why I keep saying movie of that show is what I'm there for, because I like futuristic stuff. I would have been playing Cyberpunk already, but they delayed it.
Hey, however much time they need, my guy.
Yeah.
Let them polish it. Let them polish it.
it's like the Blade Runners in terms of that whole cyberpunk sci-fi kind of world.
Uh-huh.
So it's gorgeous and ugly, if that makes sense. So it's like a dark world.
Yeah.
That's also pretty. And the idea behind the world and all that stuff is what kept me interested. In this movie, you don't really see too much of the world. You see it for a brief part, and then you're in a fucking like a hotel for the rest of the movie.
Johan says he likes it when the dudes got killed. It was poggers.
It's always best when dudes get killed.
Hey, you don't gotta tell me, dude. You don't
I
gotta.
don't- I didn't care too much for the. I mean, the action was okay for the movie. The visuals okay. It's just okay.
So you wouldn't like steer people away from it. You just like, hey, there's the live action one that's better.
That I enjoyed more. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. We're going around giving ourselves our updates. So everybody's watching. Kelsey, I finally found an actual screenshot for Tower of God instead of the freaking fan art. So you're at episode 3 now.
Yep.
All right. So last 2 you said they're fire. They're on the right track. What are we talking here?
Yep. I mean, episode 3, same thing. Like they're given a little more information about what's going on, about the tower and things, and you're starting to question some things that's going on with some of the characters. It's getting super exciting. There's so as they're rising through the tower, you have to take these things. You have to take tests given to you by an administrator on each floor, and if you pass the test, they allow you to go up to the next floor. And so the first episode is him taking the first test and starting the second. The second episode is him going through the second series of tests, and the third episode is leading up to, so far, one of the coolest action sequences in the manga so far. And
Okay.
it's like a bonus test, and shit is about to go down. Like they started it, and everything is just phenomenal. The animations are great. The voice acting is really good. I'm so excited to see how much more comes out of this.
So they
Two
seem.
questions for you.
Okay, go for it. I might have the same questions.
First question: which language are you? Is it dubbed or subbed?
It's
subbed.
Okay, I don't know if they release, because some of them have different schedules for how they release the dubbed and subbed. So I don't know if they're like simultaneous this time. My second question is, so far, have they derived from the manga in any way?
Sort of, but not really at the same time. Like the very first episode, they showed some things that are kind of out of order compared to the manga. And in the show, they've shown a little extra, like an extra series of events that they don't necessarily show in the manga, at least not that I remember, where they just they're talking about what's going on and just kind of give you a little more than what they show in the manga, because in the manga, it's like you just have pictures and then some text, and depending on how much they actually want to show you, you may or may not get a whole lot of information, or just like you might have like a bunch of text with a single scene. And then in the show, they, will sometimes use that to like play around with and, give you like
some exposition or something.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily give you any more information. It's just kind of filler for the fact that there's kind of a big piece that they're showing.
Okay.
It doesn't like take away from what they're doing there, and it doesn't really add anything. It's just kind of filler information for the fact that they only had one screen to take from the manga. But so far they've done like a really good job of sticking pretty close to the manga. There's some things I think that they haven't mentioned, and a couple of things that they've like reordered the way that they mention them.
Okay.
Or shown the frames. But for the most part, it's going really well so far. It's not like Soul Eater, where the castle gets up out of the ground.
So that leads into my question then. Not the Soul Eater part, but like, since it's sticking close to the manga, should we just wait? Should we just watch the anime and still get the same out of it instead of like, does it replace the manga? I guess is my question. Because it's sticking so close to it. So I don't have to worry about reading ahead. I can just be like, hey, they're sticking to it. I'm cool with just watching it.
I mean, so far, they've done a pretty good job of sticking to the manga. I think there's been a little more information in the manga than what they've like really gone over in the show. So
Okay.
if you want like you may some clarification on things that might have it in the manga, I'd have to go back and read some of the stuff or go back and like watch the episode and read and see if there's anything, that I can really compare it to. I think you get a little bit more of an introduction to a couple of characters in the manga than you do in the show so far, and I think that's about it. I think you'd be pretty safe just watching the show if you really wanted to.
Okay.
But I'm enjoying reading the manga and reading ahead, and I'm
Gotcha.
excited to see how closely they stick to it compared to the manga.
So then my last question is with the comparison between them is the pacing. Are they getting a lot of the manga into one episode, or is it like one chapter of the manga is one episode, or like how fast are they getting through content, I guess?
I mean, I think they go over several chapters at once.
Oh, snap. Okay, that's good. So instead of like fluffing it up, they just get to the point, move on?
Yeah, they literally are like sticking to the chapters. So like, every episode is probably 2, maybe 3 chapters combined. Maybe, depending on how much information they can shove in at once.
Okay.
Some of the chapters move faster than others. Some of them are like, somewhat slow because there's a lot of frames, and other ones there's like, 4 frames and the chapter's over. And so it really just depends. There hasn't actually been one that's only been 4 frames. There's, most of them are somewhat lengthy. It's kind of nice.
Right.
But they I think they usually do 2 or 3 chapters at once.
Okay, that's cool. So I mean that's good because just like JoJo, get it to it, move on. None of this, not a lot of like fluff that we don't need to see.
Yeah, there hasn't been any fluff. I mean, like I said, they like reordered some of the ways that they like showed the frames, or just added some extra frames just to kind of take up the time for the fact that they're talking and you're not just like staring at some dude going, and that's it.
Yeah, like that.
Like that.
As I showed I'm like that, and like when some animes they take the time to tell you what they're feeling, and I'm like, that's what animation's for. Make him look like he's feeling like that, and then move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, like I'm really excited to see where it goes. The main character Bam is kind of like he's got a backbone and not all at the same time.
Like it comes out like, when he needs it.
Yeah, like depending on like he's really about protecting the girl Rachel who left, and they show you that in the very beginning, and his goal is to like climb the tower and try and find her. And when he's put in like weird situations that he's never dealt with before, because he's basically lived in total darkness his whole life, and he's like trying to figure out how to build confidence, I guess.
Okay.
But I mean, the confidence really comes out depending on whatever situation he's in. And so I'm excited to see him like grow as a character throughout the show.
Okay. Is it like a shonen development of the main character where it's just power level, or they start as a little shit and then they just keep getting more powerful? Like Naruto or Deku, if you've seen My Hero.
No, it's so far everybody just kind of either is or isn't. There's not like an in between where they were like, oh, we're gonna keep fighting and get stronger. One of the characters, his name is Rack. He's a giant alligator, and he's absolutely hilarious. Yes, he is meme city. Okay, like everything about his character is priceless, and he constantly talks about getting stronger by fighting people with strong weapons, and he can like smell the strong weapons or something. And but I don't know if that necessarily translates into, if he continues to fight stronger people, he'll get stronger, or if it's just him being himself, then he thinks he'll get stronger by, getting more experience.
Okay.
But so far it hasn't been like My Hero Academia or Naruto.
Cool. This sounds promising. This sounds very promising. All right,
So
cool.
I'm assuming you're gonna wait until the season ends before you just kind of binge watch
so
it.
I can binge it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So I
I'm
can
gonna
just go
keep reading
through
the
it.
manga and keep watching the episodes as they come out. You know,
I like
But-
the option to just go through it, especially since they're like what 20-minute episodes, and there's probably gonna be like 13. Like that I can binge easily. So like, but the shows
Yeah.
are like an hour long and they have like 24 episodes. I'm like, that gets pushed further back in the backlog, you know.
yeah.
But before I watch that, I gotta watch, what is it, Demon Slayer? I think it is. And then that's also, I think, out. So I have a backlog of short animes to watch too.
I've been holding off on that because I don't know if we're in some way all doing a group reviewing or what.
I might see if I can do the Discord watch thing, so we can just watch it again. Like I can share the screen of me watching it and do it that way. See if that works. That way we can just have it a social distancing watch party. Feel me?
So apparently the social distancing does not apply to family. Just as a heads up. So if Bryant wanted to go over to your place, he could.
Is that a
Apparently
real
that's
thing?
just in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't
Lied to you.
remember. Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember hearing that.
Lied to your
Just a
face
liar, dude.
over the internet.
He read the little disclaimer. It says for white people. You can go wherever you want.
Y'all can go wherever. Oh my god. Oh snap. Okay. I think I know where to go from here. Randal. You went there. Speaking of going places. You went and went. Yeah, I guess you didn't go anywhere because you were still here watching it, but My Spy. The new Dave Bautista movie where he plays an agent. And you tell me the rest because I don't know what else is the plot of it, to be honest.
He's an agent, like you said, that works for the CIA, and basically he's the type of guy who's a little messy. Like he, instead of getting information out of the people, he ends up killing the bad guy.
So Archer?
Yeah. So basically he gets put on this mission as a like, you screw this up, you're done type mission.
Okay.
But it's not, to him it's not a real mission because it's not what he usually deals with, where he's like chasing down terrorists and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So he gets this job to watch over a family, and he ends up building a relationship with the daughter. I forget how old she's supposed to be in this movie, but I don't know. Under 10.
So it's like a smart kid, like a smart underage kid or something? Or like a not underage kid, obviously, but like a small child?
Yeah, I mean,
Like she can speak, right? Like
yeah. I mean, like she's.
it's not like Goo Goo Gaga the entire time, right? Or
No, she's older than that. Like
okay.
she can be left home alone at that age.
Got it. Well, it depends who you ask.
Yeah. I mean, she's not like she's very intelligent. She can take care of herself.
Okay.
Type deal. Anyway, so basically it's kind of like, I don't know if you saw the trailer or not, but basically it's like they get discovered. Dave Bautista and his partner get discovered surveillance in their apartment. And she, like, this little girl is really smart. Like she finds one of the cameras that they hid inside the apartment. And then she like goes on the internet and finds out who makes the camera, and then off of that she figures out how to you know how you track the Wi-Fi, like there's different users or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So she figures out, she's using some app. I don't know what app it is, but it's kind of just like how your phones work, where it tells you what all the available Wi-Fi spots are.
Okay.
Well, that app tells you the vicinity of where everyone is at, and somehow it helps her navigate to whatever one she chooses.
Okay.
So, like, say for example, Bill, who lives right above us,
Uh-huh.
if we were living in an apartment, his web address is bite me, blah blah blah.
His network name is
Yeah.
Okay.
The network name will appear on her website. If she chooses it, she can track it to its location. Whatever.
Sure. This sounds like just not real, but we'll go with it. I haven't seen it, so I don't know what. Okay.
and that's how she discovers that they're spying on him because I don't know why, but they left the door unlocked. So she just walks in and she's video recording them. She uses the video recording as blackmail to get him to do whatever she wants. Like she has
Like in the image here where they're getting ice cream.
like getting ice cream. Her father was a bad man who ended up dying.
Okay.
So it's just her and her mom. So a lot of the events that happen in school that requires parents, she suffers from because her mom works in the hospital and she works long hours.
Oh, so she's just
So
home
she
alone the
uses
entire
him.
time.
So the things that she used him for are not like bad things. They are things like, oh, I don't
A
have
father figure.
I don't have a father figure. You know, it's bring your parents to school day, or it's a science project, and you know the parents usually show up for that or whatever. So she develops a bond with him through that. Plus, she's really intelligent, so she's like really showing off her intelligence in front of him by like figuring out things because he makes a deal with her like, if you teach me how to do some spy stuff, then I won't tell on you, in other words.
Okay.
So it's a couple of times where he helped her because people were picking on her, and you know the whole thing when you grow up and.
What do you mean he helped her? Batista's a huge man. He he just suplexed one of them, or
No, so there was like a part where these little boys was bullying her while she was skating, ice skating.
okay.
And he can't ice skate, so he was falling like multiple times. So this is like one of the times where he's like standing on like a rail or something like that, and he sees them bully her. So when they come around the rink, he sticks his leg out and trips them.
Ooh.
So he does stuff like that.
That's dangerous, Randall. Don't do that, kids. There's blades at the end of your skates.
So that's pretty much the movie. It's like him. He develops this bond with her. She ends up really liking him, and he wants her. She wants him to date her mom, but at the same time, there still is the real danger of like why he's surveillancing the family, because her late husband was involved in some dudes who deal with terroristic stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought it was really funny. It wasn't hokey at all. The action was it wasn't really like an action movie.
I was gonna say, because it's mostly like him protecting her with kid stuff. Like, there's not gonna be gunfights left and right.
In the beginning, is just to establish the type of character that he is.
Oh, he's out there just blowing shit up.
Yeah,
got it.
But most of it is like humor and that type of stuff.
So it's more like a comedy then.
It's
Drama,
definitely
comedy. Yeah,
it's a comedy all the way.
Okay. So you recommend people watch this thing or what? Yeah,
I recommend it.
It's heartwarming.
It's funny. It's really funny. There's parts in the movie that's fun. That's really funny.
Well, most of Dave Bautista's stuff seems to be pretty funny.
Yeah, he's trying to do that what is it? The Rock maneuver where he goes from wrestling to movies. He's doing a decent job.
What's funny is like, I think I find Dave Bautista more funnier than The Rock, because he has this thing where he's able to like, he does like
stand perfectly still and be invisible.
Yeah, like he has some pretty cool abilities.
He has this the serious comedy. You know what I mean?
Who has serious
Dry
comedy?
humor.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Who does? I'm sorry, Batista or The Rock?
Batista.
Okay.
So like, it's kind of like those moments where he's like, his character is trying to be serious, but everything he's saying and doing is funny. Like there's this part in the movie where like his partner is an analyst.
Okay.
And she wants him to teach her all the stuff that he knows how to do, all the cool spy stuff.
Okay.
And of course, he doesn't want to train her for whatever reason.
Right.
So there's always that part in the movie where she wants to touch certain things like his equipment, and he's like, don't touch. Like he has like this case where it has guns and knives and grenades and all sorts of
Just
stuff.
the armory he needs.
And
to get
wants. She keeps wanting to open this thing. And he's like, every time she goes to open, he's like, don't touch. Mm-hmm. So of course she doesn't listen one time, and she takes out this knife, and she's like telling him how he wants her.
You mean she wants?
She wants him to teach her how to throw it or whatever the case is.
Right.
So she's like saying all this stuff, and she goes to throw the knife. Like she's facing this way. He's in the kitchen. She goes to throw the knife, I guess, towards the wall.
And throws it back.
But she lets go of it at the wrong time, and it goes that way.
Uh-huh.
And it goes right into his leg.
Ooh.
His reaction is like, he has this look on his face like, I told you not to touch my stuff. Uh-huh. But he doesn't say anything. He's just looking at her like, ow.
Like doesn't wince or anything. He's just like, really?
He just literally says, ow.
Uh-huh.
And then continues talking, but the whole scene was like really funny.
It was one of those I told you so faces.
Yeah. And his reaction to her mistake was funny. Like he does that a lot in the movie. Like there's other things that there's humor in things that you I guess I wouldn't suspect. Maybe you guys might pick up on it, but there's just certain things that he does in the movie or he's trying to do to fix things, and they just like completely backfire. And it ends up being really funny.
I think it might be because, like you were saying, you were liking Batista more than The Rock, because The Rock I think did a lot more like I'm a badass movies, where Batista started off with just comedy. From I don't know if Guardians was his first one or not, but like ever since he started doing that, it's been comedies. So he's more relatable, or not more approachable. Who?
Not Blade Runner 2.
Who?
Batista, he was in at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was. That was a pretty cool one. But I mean, that's years after Guardians, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. I don't know. I think he has like
one of his earlier movies. I forget the name of it, but he's in. I think Triple H is in it.
Triple H?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a movie with Triple H in it.
I forget the name of the movie, but it's him, Batista. This dude that does martial arts, I forget his name.
Michael Jai White?
Nah. But it is a black dude, but it's not him.
The guy from Power?
Power?
I don't know.
But he plays kind of a it's not a comedy. The movie's not a comedy. It's an action movie. But the role that Batista plays in it is kind of funny.
Okay.
So I think most of the movies that I've seen him in, he's had some sort of comedic role, except for in Blade Runner.
Wasn't he in one of the Bond movies? The guy with the nails.
Oh yeah, he was in
Spectre.
Spectre, yeah.
I think I don't know. There's something about it. I think he might be like I think it's more often.
Not too high energy, maybe.
Or that too.
I don't know what his obviously I don't know what his range is, but he does a good job of bouncing back between serious and funny. Mm-hmm. Like I find him funny, but I also respect him being serious. Like it's not like I'm not taken out of it. Like when he plays a serious role, like I take it serious.
I believe it. Well, one, he's got the size. He's got the fucking physique to be a serious. Like when he gets mad, you like, all right, don't fuck with him. And if he's laughing, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Let's just hang out and and hang. Like he seems like that cool. I think he just seems like a cool person. That's it. But The Rock, I think, probably started off that way, and I think now it's just like he's super like mainstream. Like he's super up there now. Where I think Batista's
the Scorpion King,
and he's in that. The Rock is the Scorpion King. The peasants don't go talk to royalty,
Yeah.
So that's how that works, Randall. You look like I just blew your mind, dude.
No, I was just thinking of some more stuff to say about the movie. I thought it was good. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, if you're recommending it, then I'm about to give it a shot. That's probably like a cool.
I thought the little girl was really funny too.
That was gonna be my question. Child actor. So how did she do?
She did a really good job.
Okay.
I like her character because she's She's a smart little girl.
It was not like a brat or like
No, not in the slightest. She's definitely one of those kids who are smart for her age, really smart for her age, and she's quick too.
The quick, like witted.
Yeah.
All right.
Like dexterity.
No.
So quick.
Man,
So
like
I'm gonna put two people up against each other. They probably don't even deserve to be compared, but it's a podcast. Is the point? This chick, little girl, or the little girl from Logan?
As far as what? Acting or what?
Both. Acting or what? You know, just like hey, they fun. I mean, she had her funny parts in Logan. You know, they both can be funny. She was smart in it. This girl's smart in here.
That's a tough question for me to answer because of the genre. Like,
Logan's super serious.
yeah, Logan is all serious, and it's like this was all comedy. Like, I don't know how good of an actress this little girl is at playing serious. I mean, there were serious scenes in the movie where she was like conveying a message, or she was trying to explain herself or express herself that was serious, and it was like convincing. But it's not like mutants hunting you down. I don't have a father. This is the only dude that I have to protect me type serious.
Wait, it's the same. Sounds like the same thing.
So I have a different comparison then. Season 1 Stranger Things kids or her?
Oh, she's way smarter than all of them put together.
Well, smarter. I mean, she's talking about like
I mean like I guess acting.
on screen. Your presence, Randall. The on-screen presence.
The on-screen presence. I think her on-screen presence is more powerful.
Oh snap! Okay.
Yeah, I think that if she was in Stranger Things,
It'll benefit the show.
oh, definitely. But I just think that she would definitely be the smart one of the group,
Got it.
and she would be the more interesting one.
Was that your fucking stomach, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
I think that came through on the mic, unless I imagined it while you did the movement. Anyway, okay. So damn, okay, you're speaking highly of this young lady here. So I feel that. Randall.
She's no walk in the park.
I feel if a CIA, what is he, CIA?
Yeah,
Agent's got to put up with her.
and he's not like a meathead dumb type person.
So he's got
Like, he's
some
not just
wits.
all muscles and skill. Like, he's
got some.
I think he even mentioned in
intellect.
the movie that he used to be an analyst.
Oh, okay. And then
That changed to be a field agent.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in the movie. His character is supposed to be really smart as well. And she's like, they're like arguing at one point, and she like catches him. It's just he was like, my God, like that's how harsh her response and how quick it was. It was just like a shutdown. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You just have to see it.
Gotcha. I think you're selling me on their dynamic then. You like both of them. Their chemistry on screen is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, their chemistry is and I can't remember that lady's name, but I think she's a comedian.
She is. I know from the trailer.
His partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was funny too.
I don't know if she's a comedian, but she's in a lot of comedies.
Yeah.
She does really good work. But I cannot for the life of me remember her name. Hold on. We has the link here.
The
Kristen Shaw. That's her name.
the Asian guy from
The Asian guy from what?
I'm trying to think of the movie.
Oh.
Where the guys go.
Hangover.
Yeah, that guy.
Ken Jeong.
He plays a role where he's supposed to be like kind of like the director. Like the top dog for their department in the CIA.
Got it. Okay. I think I meant like in like a fake movie that's in this movie or something.
No. It wasn't believable for me.
Actually, I'm after The Hangover. Like he just plays that to me. Like I see him doing that same shtick over and over. So I'm not.
He is a comedian.
Yeah, but that doesn't. I don't know. Like him in movies, I'm like, oh, okay, and I know what I'm gonna see when he's in a movie.
I
I got tired of his one trick. Basically, after Hangover and Community, I'm just like,
Yeah.
Same. Like I'm on that. Okay, cool, dude. Like
I'm not knocking him as an actor because I definitely have not seen enough stuff to give an educated, like, opinion on his ability as an actor. But all I can say is that in this movie, he could not sell me on authority. Like, I could not see him being the top guy at a CIA agency. Like, I just couldn't buy it. So when I saw that,
you were like, no.
it put me out of the movie.
Maybe that was the gag though. Like it's like, oh, this guy's the lead. Like,
there were no jokes though.
No one played like, okay, well.
Like usually,
someone will mention it in the movie or be like, yo.
Or he does something that's like, okay, this guy's a joke. But it was none of that. It was supposed to be like he was just serious about the job. I mean, he would say sarcastic things, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It was just weird. I just know that was the part of the movie that like was a little like it was.
You're like, what happened? You're like, what happened?
Yeah.
I feel that. Because by the time I see him, I'm like, all right, well, I know what I'm going to get. It might make me smirk, but it's not.
Especially when every other actor's character, the role that they played fit. And the chemistry was well. And everybody did a good job at conveying the type of character they're supposed to be. It was all believable. It's just his character stood out, so it was weird.
He's no Dame Judi Dench.
You're gonna have to explain that one to me, Fran.
She plays Agent M in the new Bond movies with what's his name?
Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Judi Dench.
He's saying that Randal was saying that he doesn't really show off authority.
Oh, she's always been M.
Yeah.
Yeah, she shows off authority.
Oh yeah,
when she talks, people listen.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think it's because she's just old and British. Like those combinations together, it's like you have to not speak.
Yeah, okay. Because the way you said it, I thought it was like someone who got recasted as M Inspector. I'm like, I thought it was the old lady again. I'm like, what?
No, Voldemort plays them in the new ones.
So the actor in character as Voldemort.
As Voldemort plays.
In character is
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's missing his nose and everything. They did a great job with the makeup.
Oh, he's not missing his nose. That's just how his nose is. He has a nose.
It's just if Vin Diesel did the fusion dance with a turtle. Voldemort.
Exactly.
All right. Then we're done with that. You said you recommended it. Kelsey.
What's up?
And instead of watching Spider-Man Homecoming, you went and watched Birds of Prey. And the Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Is this correct?
Yeah.
I got one question to ask you before you give your review.
All right.
After watching that movie, did you want to get an egg and bacon and cheese sandwich?
No, I wanted my life back.
I guess he didn't like it.
Your life is taken. Who are you? You're not the real Kelsey?
I'm
calling the authorities. I'm calling the authorities. Hello? Yeah, he's an imposter on my podcast. That bet's over now. You can continue now.
So, I mean, I thought it was boring. I didn't like the way that they did a lot of things.
Nothing. Like, you literally, if you could say stay as far away as... You didn't like Ewan McGregor being super bad, super, like, in your face. Do as you're told. You didn't like the... do as you're told. You didn't like the legs breaking. The action sequences.
Don't get me wrong. There were parts of it that were great.
Okay,
when she jumped on his legs, the very beginning where she's like going through the breakup and whatever.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. The rest of it was just all downhill. Like, I didn't care for the, oh, we're gonna introduce this. Oh, just kidding. We're gonna talk about how we got here, and then introduce the character. Like, that to me was really dumb. It was just a really boring movie. Like, Shannon and I were watching it, and we spent most of our time on our phones because it was just not worth watching. Like it was bad. I did not like it at all.
Oh shit! Not even the dialogue.
No.
Ah, damn, dude. Action
You know,
sequences you didn't like either.
You didn't like seeing people get shot with a shotgun made of glitter?
And hitting people flipping over other people to hit him with a hammer.
That was a grenade launcher.
Oh, I'm sorry, a grenade launcher that shot beanbags with glitter on them?
Yeah.
Like I said, there are scenes that are good. The movie itself was terrible.
Got it. Okay.
Like watching her go in and just, destroy the hell out of the cop station with, gas canisters that do blue and red and then the glitter and whatever. Like that was good. The fight scene at the end where they're in the
Funhouse.
whatever that like haunted house thing is,
Uh-huh.
the mirrors and maze of mirrors and whatever, like it wasn't terrible, it wasn't great. I don't know, I just thought the movie itself was really boring.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like the Huntress is supposed to be a really cool character, she just looked like trash in that. Like they just didn't play her very well. Like I think it's the
You mean the
woman who
crossbow
plays,
woman? The crossbow killer?
Yeah, like I mean that bit was funny. He was like, "Oh, do you know who I am? The crossbow killer." And then that was hilarious. But it was like, after they do it like 6 times, it's like, okay, let's move on. But I think that's the girl who plays
Yeah.
from
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim.
I keep thinking Roxanne. It's not Roxanne.
So
Ramona.
Ramona.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ramona Flowers. Oh my lord.
I don't even remember because I know when I first saw that movie, she had my nose wide open.
Can you? What?
What?
I have never heard that in my life. She had your nose wide open?
Mm-hmm.
What movie?
In Scott Pilgrim.
I don't
know what that
Were you
means,
snorting
Randal.
coke while watching this? Like what are we talking about here?
You said it so confident, like this is something you normally say. I have never heard you say that.
It's an old saying.
Oh, okay.
The saying goes, she had my nose so open that it looked like I was sniffing bowling balls or something like that. I forget how it goes.
All right.
Bro, you're only like 4 years older than I am, and that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Okay.
I've
what
never...
does age have to do with it?
Because he's saying he would have heard it.
We lived in 2 different states.
Those are also facts.
Yeah, but you were banned from New York.
No.
That has no relevance to the conversation.
This is very funny to me.
I've lived in like 9 different states.
He's cultured, bro. He's traveled the world.
But there is 50.
There is
52.
The average right now is not great. I'm done. We're moving on. So your nose was open. Okay, I've never heard it. I like it though. Where are we going from here? So are you gonna watch Spider-Man: Homecoming now?
Don't bother asking.
You don't have to watch it with Shannon. She doesn't like Spider-Man. That's fantastic. Are you going to watch it?
I'm probably gonna watch Vinland Saga first.
What is that?
It's
Anime.
so it's a new anime that came out I think last year. It's 24 episodes and it's about Vikings. And I've only watched the first couple of episodes so far. It's pretty brutal and pretty awesome.
Javi in the chat said he saw it and he finished it today.
A couple of friends of mine were watching it as a group, and I think they got like 7 episodes in or something, and they're really liking it.
Oh.
I haven't seen it.
So
Okay.
yeah, I mean the first episode shows a battle, and I think they're supposed to just be like generic humans, but like Vikings, and Vikings were known for having like way more strength than everybody else. So some of the things that they do seems like they've got like superhuman power, but I honestly wouldn't put it past the Vikings to be able to do some of the stuff that they did. But I'm enjoying it. It seems really cool.
Is it like I'm assuming it's more like a drama then? Like a drama anime? Or like a historical thing? Or what? Like, is it based on real events? Or is it just made up?
I don't know.
Okay.
A buddy of mine who I was talking to was like, "Have you seen this?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "You really need to see it. It's really good." And
Okay.
it's gotten really high ratings from a lot of different places, and you know, so far like it's just kind of following this one this one dude named Thors. I think yeah, Thors. And
Odinson?
yeah, except it's Thor with an S at the end.
Oh, okay.
His name is Thors.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
Um,
Oh, okay. I thought it was a sent. I think
and
saying it was following Thor's, and then you were like thinking of saying like backstory or something, and I'm like, what?
no,
Did-
it's just following a guy named
N-
Thors.
Gotcha.
And you know, I've only seen it. Like I said, I've only seen a couple of episodes, but I'm really interested in it. And the animations are really good. Like the fight scenes they had in the very beginning are really cool. It was a little gory. Like you actually get to see people get like stabbed and cut open with swords and axes and things like that.
So the
Um,
animation's really nice. Like the battle
yeah, it's
sequences are
smooth.
cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Did you give me the information of the friend that convinced you to start it so I can tell him to tell you to watch Spider-Man so you can do it?
Oh, those are facts. Those are big facts. Those are big facts. Hi, you don't know me, but we have a mutual friend. His name's Kelsey. Tell him to watch this.
So then I just dropped it immediately and I started watching it.
Yeah. I was in a shitter, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta watch it right now. Pulled it up on my phone. All right,
Which I
Brian.
could do.
Exactly. So, like, watch it. Anyway, Brian, you like to live in the dark. Why'd you just dance, Brian? You had to make a sound with it too. Anyway,
don't
you
do
started with,
anything.
huh?
I don't have to do anything.
Facts. So you saw Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit. So I looked up some info on it. So you saw a couple episodes of the show, of the Chris Benoit stuff, or is it an entire season dedicated to
It's
Chris
a
Benoit?
movie.
Oh, what the hell? I
There's
looked
a
it up
show
and
Dark,
it's.
There's a show Dark Side of the Ring, but this is just a specific movie about him.
Oh, then I looked up the wrong thing. I tried looking it
Yeah.
up and it showed like it was a season and like the first 2 episodes were about Benoit. So I'm like, oh, I guess he just saw these first 2 episodes.
Oh, if that's the case, then they made it seem like it was a movie. So I saw the Benoit part, and then I saw Randy Savage's. I saw those. I saw Randy Savage's, and then I saw Bret Hart's. But I was just focusing on the Benoit one
Benoit?
because I thought it was a movie.
Gotcha.
See, how do I don't remember how I got to this. I think it's just because I saw maybe on Twitter, on YouTube, just a bunch of people talking about this, and so I was like, there's been a while back in the day, around the time I watched wrestling, around the time I enjoyed wrestling. I know his story to an extent. I know how the story ends. So let me see, like,
Yeah.
from beginning to end.
Gotcha. So for people who don't know, I mean, exposition. He's a wrestler in the WWF.
Was a
back
wrestler.
in the WWF before it became WWE, if I'm not mistaken.
It was,
Yeah.
he started with he started somewhere else. I think he started in Japan. Went from Japan to either WCW and then into WWF, or
Okay.
flipped
That's correct.
and then back.
He says that's correct. We confirm. You seen this too, Kelsey, or do you just know his story already?
I remember the story from the news.
Gotcha.
Like, I remember watching him as a kid and then seeing that on the news and was like, holy shit, what?
Yep. This is back when me and Brian had our
So what happened?
wrestling fan.
So the story is, so the way they explain the way it happened, I guess in this series, because there's more information on how it happened, was one day there was a weekend he had to work to go to X place to wrestle, and he had his family and him in the same house. On one day, he strangled both his wife and son, waited 48 hours, and then hung himself.
Yep.
And nobody knows why to this day.
Well, they think it was because of, chronic depression and then brain damage.
So what they were ruling it out. There are multiple things that they were ruling. So first they thought roid rage. He was on a lot of testosterone at the time, but they don't think that's what it was because there's a huge period where they weren't really being checked thoroughly, and up until that point, he's been like everyone talks to him about him like the kindest, most family-oriented person ever. So they rule out roid rage. The other one was just depression itself because he lost his closest friend, which is another wrestler, Eddie Guerrero, to I think it was something cardiac, something heart related. And that was literally like best friend, like they were basically as if they came from the same parents, and then he died and lost them, and then just spiraling down there. People think it's that. The ending points to CTE, which I don't remember what the acronym stands for, but
I look it up, I guess.
It's chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to do with basically multiple. A lot of pro athletes, like wrestlers, football players, but any of these
the
contact sports get it from multiple like concussions or things that have to do with brain trauma.
Yeah.
And over redoing it and doing it, you basically have like damaged parts of your brain. They can augment your behavior and things like that.
Yeah, your brain basically becomes partially scar tissue, and so you can't function the same way because your brain has to figure out new ways to get information between it.
That's what that movie Concussion was about.
The one Will Smith, right, with the football players.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And that's also that one episode we're talking about with when CrossFit Zordon was remember we had like a whole like half episode talking about CT and the effects and things like that.
Yeah.
So people are saying it's most likely that. Because WWE back then it was a lot less held back theatrics. It was like if they had a chair, they were gonna hit you with that chair.
Yeah.
And over the time getting hit with a metal chair over and over and over, or doing his flying headbutt over and over and over. It'll get to you. That's what they're pointing to. We don't know. At least at the time that it was filmed, we don't know. I think that whole his part was produced by Chris Jericho.
Oh wow, okay, that's another wrestler.
Within his two parts, you see a lot of wrestlers and wrestlers' families and things show up and talk about him. Quite insightful. I knew the story. I didn't know too much of the rest of it. So I watched it. Entertaining. Sucks that it happened, but if you're into wrestling or CT or just wanna, I don't know, if you
just learn some stuff. That's what this documentary is about. Seems like
if you want to learn, then I highly recommend it. The other episodes aren't as like informative so much as they're about like the WWE business. The Randy Savage one I watched because the week before I've just been watching Randy Savage interviews. I don't know why.
What is with you and just binging random interviews of random people? Like it's not random people, but like just like the links. There's no link between them. First it was Delia, and then it was some other person, and then Randy Savage, Theo Von. That's what the other one was.
I like people watching. I I see people as just like case studies, kind of. So watching them over and over, I like to see how they think and things like that.
I mean, that's a fun hobby. As long as you don't make it creepy, That's what YouTube's for. You can watch it and not be creepy. Exactly.
Yeah, they're giving me access to it. And I like the character of Randy Savage. His story was interesting. There's a lot of sad parts in it. It's not like it's not Benoit levels of like jarring,
like intense, right?
Yeah. Then the other one is Bret Hart. Nothing. I guess that's the least depressed. It's just about career stuff.
Gotcha. Brian, Johan in the chat said to ask Brian about personality quizzes. Are you like on a binge, just doing random quizzes?
No, I used to. Like a couple of years ago, I was just doing them as many as possible, and then I kind of took a break, and then Johan posted his results of one, and so I took one recently, and surprisingly, I haven't gone take more, but
that we know of. This man's like just scratching.
That he's willing to admit to.
Yeah, that's true.
That I'm aware of. Maybe I have split personality though. When I'm asleep, that one just does quizzes.
Bro, if I could astral project myself like Doctor Strange does to do stuff, you goddamn right I would be.
Yo, big
Well,
facts.
that's not what I was mentioning. I was mentioning more like DID, but
Oh, but big facts
disassociative.
there.
Yeah. As much as Naruto is a joke as a whole anime and as a character, the fact that he can split, and I guess the X-Men too, I forget his name, if it's Multiply Man or whatever his name is, the guy that can split.
Randall said multiple man.
That's the most convenient one because you can just get so much done and then merge, and then you have all that like experience.
You have those XP, and then you can just level up. I feel you.
You imagine you have one person, and like you can have a bunch of jobs, and then just maximum income within the same. That's optimal to me.
But in Naruto, almost anybody could do it. Like, Kakashi could make clones, and so could, Sakura and Sasuke.
But not to his level.
No, because he did that. He read that secret jutsu.
The hidden, that's why I said hidden specifically.
But also, they all could do the same thing. Like it obviously they couldn't create as many clones, but I mean, in one episode, Kakashi's like training Naruto, and they make clones, and the clones like walk off in the distance, and the clones are having a conversation, and then when they release the clones, Kakashi asks him, "What number did I tell you?" And he was like, "Oh shit, it was 13 or something." And he's like, "I didn't realize that I like knew how this works."
The reason Kakashi can do it is not because everybody can do it, it's because he's the copycat ninja. So that's why he can do it. I don't think you ever see Sakura do it or any of them. He knows because he's seen someone do it. He's the taskmaster of that shitty world.
So back to your that's optimal. I thought it takes more energy. So it wouldn't be optimal because you can't hold 4, like they say you do 4 copies. You can't do 4 8-hour shifts at the same time. Your body will you'll be dead.
When you start, it's just like a muscle. You build it, and then it's stronger and stronger the more you build it.
You just have to have Nine Tails energy infused into you, and you won't have this problem.
Got it. I'm going on Amazon.
Yeah. You just need to be able to fill plot holes with just the 9 tails. That's another rant.
John says they're fun Kakashi fucks. I don't even know what that statement means.
Ask him if he fucks. He fucks.
I don't know. I guess he fucks. I don't know what that means. All right. Dark Side of the Ring. What else we got? I'm looking through here. We're going to do our little music minute here in a minute. Ooh. Music minute. Let's get it.
Ooh.
I haven't had an ooh moment in a bit. We did play some Modern. I didn't mention that. We played some Modern Warfare over the weekend, grinded out some double XP. We did some work.
Played some Division 2 as well.
Shit, sure fucking did, dude. Fuck. And today there's a manhunt mission out for the season. Oof. Ooh, all right, let's move on before another 2 hours pass by. Before
we leave, I forget that I'm accidentally good at Modern Warfare. This specific one. I don't know
what it is. Can you please explain to me how you're accidentally good?
I play the game when I'm invited. I don't grind the game out. I'm usually playing anything but shooters unless I'm invited. But when I load that game up, they call me Domer Simpson because that's all I hit.
Oof.
With a crossbow.
Tell him, Anthony. Shit.
There is a crossbow in the game.
I don't have it.
I know. That's why I said that.
Oh, I don't know if you're just saying that randomly to be funny because Brian likes crossbows, or I don't know. All right.
Anthony, tell him how I did. You know how I did.
We all did fantastic. All as a group, we did fantastic.
Oh.
Janiana played with us, and she did fantastic. Dude, we all doing work. We were winning a lot of matches.
Brian, I have a question specifically for you.
Go for it.
How sore are your shoulders?
Well, when Chris was there.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's see how honest he's gonna be right now because
when Chris was there, I was like second or third. I was actively supervising. So like, oh, you drop this, and then I'd pick it up for him to put on the shoulder.
Okay.
When he wasn't there, fuck, dude. I look like Dwight Howard. That's how strong my shoulders were.
I thought he was bad.
Have you seen his shoulders?
Oh, but I thought he's a bad basketball player.
But literally look at his shoulders.
But if he's a bad
Atlas
basketball...
asking you for tips?
Who's
Adams was like the guy who holds the world up. Greek mythology.
Oh, they talk about
Titan.
Atlas, the company in Borderlands.
No.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. I'm surprised that I do well in that game, despite how little I play it.
All right. John said to let's play Final Fantasy 14 online, grind out that XP. That's a sub game, bro. I can't do a sub game. Cause all I think about is like, man, I just spent $15. I gotta play this.
Yeah. That's how I've been feeling about this fucking Siege Battle Pass. And I was like, I just feel tired of this game right now. So I just bought my way past the Battle Pass where I got the stuff for the character I wanted. And then I was good. It's too much of a commitment, especially for a game that I don't play by myself.
That was one of the things I really.
Johan, from the chat, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I just read that. Like, laughing. That was one of the things I really hated about WoW is that they made the game so that you felt like you had to play one because you're subbing. Two, the way that the game was designed is if you weren't playing the game, you were falling behind.
Oh, that's another thing. Imagine like I can't. That's a lot of stress. To me, that's stressful.
Yeah. That's what I liked about Guild Wars. Is like, oh,
Yeah.
you go in, you make your 17th character, you level them to a certain point, forget you have them, make another character. You know.
That's a you thing, Brian.
That's what we all did. You
No,
know,
that's
just
what
part
you
of the
did.
game. Every single person you ask them, I got 12 characters.
No, dude. That's
Did
why
you guys play? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna agree with him. Like that, I liked Guild Wars for that. We just paid an entrance. Like me, you, Adam, and Brian were playing that, and like we casually went in, did what we need to. We didn't have to. We're like, there's no like pressure to keep going. You know.
Yeah. Did you guys play the first one?
I did not. I
No.
jumped into 2.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask if you guys preferred the first or the second one.
Oh, I didn't play the first one. I liked the second one a lot. I don't know what. I didn't even know what happened. We max leveled, and then we just stopped. Like I think it was 60 max when we played, and then they released an expansion later. I never got the expansion. I just like dropped off. I enjoyed
I think the
it.
expansion was free. I'm pretty sure all the Guild Wars stuff is like now free.
Oh,
But yeah, the first one, I liked the way that the classes and things worked in the first one better. But the second one definitely had a lot of like quality of life upgrades that I remember. But yeah, I don't remember why we stopped playing.
Yeah, we were all leveling. We got to the max, and then we did some like stuff together, like some dungeons and stuff, and then we stopped. And then we were like, okay. It was dope. I liked it.
It wasn't even like, oh, we stopped because like we couldn't all get on at once. So it was just like we all like
Played
we're
something
playing,
else together, yeah.
and then we were just like squirrel, like
Yeah, and then we stopped. I don't know what. I think it had to be a game that came out that we all played. I don't know what it was, but it had to be something that came out. Johan says $13 to $15 is 13 to 15 hours a month. I guess so. Yeah, with Spool's rule, like you mentioned, yeah, absolutely. But the Division and Borderlands, looter shooters. All right, we're gonna move on here. What are we doing here? Randal.
each other.
Oh, not yet. It's a midnight stream. You saw a dark side of Superman. You saw not the Superman we all know and love, right, Brian? We all love.
That's Bryant's favorite character, isn't it?
When every time I go to a comic shop, he runs to the Superman ones, hugs it, and runs to me. Like, can we get it? Oh, he's gonna show fucking.
He's getting his
As
wrench.
you can see, that's Vegeta punching the fuck out of Superman.
Yeah.
And then on the left, that's Deadpool shooting Superman in the chest with 2 guns.
Yeah. So you love him. We actually couldn't see it, but I know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna yank this out of my fucking computer.
Gotcha.
Bitch.
Randal, show us the dark side of Superman. What is this about? Superman Red
it's
Sun.
not the dark side of Superman. It's basically about if Superman landed in Russia rather than America. So he was raised in Russia, just the same way he in the original story that we remember. And this movie was weird, man, because they changed everything. Like Wonder Woman was in it.
Yeah, this is like an alternate history thing. This is not like canon.
Yeah, but it was. I wasn't really expecting to see what I saw. like Superman. I mean, Wonder Woman was in it. Batman was in it. What?
Keep going. Don't worry about it. Go through this review. John reminded me of something. I almost forgot.
You can talk about that if you want.
Huh?
You can talk about that if you want.
We already started this. We'll go to this and I'll go after. Don't worry about it. I remember now. I forgot until he just reminded me. We're good.
Go
Let's
ahead.
go.
I just started. I come back to it. Go ahead.
So, Kelsey, I have a question for you.
What's up?
What? Can you explain to me what the hell you were doing playing Wizard 101? Literally, I was told you were playing Wizard 101. I'm like, no, he wasn't. I look in Steam the history and you load it up. So please. I said the first, I knew it. Kid was playing it, right?
Yeah.
I fucking knew it. I was like, there's no way Kelsey's playing this right now.
I don't know.
Now, my old neighbor's daughter, she plays it a bunch.
Gotcha.
And they were like doing something and she was explaining it to me a while ago. And I saw like it came up on my store page for some reason. Like I don't remember what it was, but it just like it came up and I was like, no, I really didn't. I think it was like under recent updates or something, and I was like, oh, that's that thing that Kaylee was talking about. So
Yeah.
I downloaded it and started playing it. And then I was like, I remember why I never wanted to play this game.
So you were just like, oh, the title screen's nice, and then got out.
Like, I mean, the concept's cool. Like, I really like card fighters. Because it's like, I mean, it's really not much different than playing Slay the Spire. You have a character class and you get different cards and you can do stuff. I mean, I don't know how much the class actually like affects your character, but it's just one of those things that I was like, well, I'll check it out like for myself and just see
what the hell's going on. Got it.
Yeah.
We saw it on the Steam history thing that you played it. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing playing this?
Yeah. So I was playing it. I only played for a little bit. I don't even let me see how long I was in it. I really didn't stay that long.
14 hours? That's crazy.
Yeah, no. Where is it?
Oh god, it was just funny.
33 minutes. I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, I figured.
You can't run forward and turn to the right. You can turn to the left, but you can't turn to the right. So you have to
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's one of those. Like you holding the forward key, holding W, and then holding the D key doesn't do anything. But you can hold the forward key and hold A, and it will actually turn you. I didn't actually try to see if you can like use the arrow keys in combination with it. I know some games for some reason have this weird thing about like pushing too many keys together when they're close to each other. It just doesn't work, or they just build it very shittily. And yeah, I mean,
I would have been gone right after that. As soon as I figured out I can't go forward and turn right, I would have been like, Alt F4, we're out.
Well, so I mean, I've played other games where you can't. I mean, you just use the mouse to turn, and so I just right clicked and then held that and would just guide my character and hold forward, and did that for a little bit, and then I was just like, you know what, I can't do this. This is just not something I'm interested in. This it just didn't.
Holy yeah, I'm like, I saw that and I'm like, I gotta ask him next episode. I almost forgot. Oh my god, just busting your balls, Randal. Let's get back on track here. Communist Superman, let's go.
So I mean, that's pretty much it. He landed in Russia. It's still a Superman story.
But you're saying he's raised the same way he did in America? Like he is a farmer, and then
he was raised on a farm. But I mean, Russia is a lot different than America as far as
there's a lot of vodka.
Yeah, and
a lot of potatoes.
And yes, these are all factual.
Bears
there's bears driving. I don't know if you guys seen that video.
So when you have that, all those things combined together.
Oh, Johan with the excellent point, the heavy from TF2. So I'm sure he fought the heavy and lost. Right? You're not saying yes or no? Okay.
Sure.
These are facts.
Yeah, so Wonder Woman, Batman was in it.
Wait, they're all in Russia?
Yeah.
So it's not just Superman then?
No.
So there's like a
That's
Russian
stupid.
Gotham? Or is it even Gotham?
That's why I said this movie's weird because, okay, Batman is in Russia. Wonder Woman is not Russian. She's still from Themyscira. But she's gravitated towards Superman because he's the most powerful being on Earth.
Right.
Like she did originally.
Okay.
Lex Luthor is married to Lois Lane.
So it's just everyone moved over to Russia. It's a different.
No, they're still American. Lois Lane and Lex Luthor are still American.
Oh, okay.
I think that's all, as far as main characters go.
So the
There
Trinity.
was no Commissioner Gordon.
Well, yeah. Okay, I got another. So this is Russia. That's not like Metro Russian or something. Like it's not Goth Russian or something.
It's Russia.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Are
just
their names the same? Is it still Bruce Wayne?
Yeah. Is it like everyone? Or
they don't go into the background of Batman. You just know that it's Batman. I mean, they still call him Batman, and he still sounds like Batman, and it is Batman. It's just that he's dressed with Russian attire.
Is it voiced by Conroy?
No, I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't think so. I can't confirm 100%.
Do they all have Russian accents?
Yes.
Batman with a Russian accent?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We're out here now.
And he kills people.
He's played by Roger Craig Smith.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who he is. He played that one in the Arkham that was not the main storyline. The one where you fight Deathstroke.
Origins.
Origins. I think he voiced him there too. He does a decent job. I get behind that. He's not Conroy, but he does a really good job as Batman's voice. So what's the plot? Like the plot is just the backstory
It's weird, man. It's like, okay, I'm gonna just have to tell you, man.
I'm not gonna watch this, so I mean,
Because I don't think I definitely know Bryant's
alert.
not gonna watch it. You're not gonna watch it, and
Just put a spoiler alert here.
I've been looking at it, deciding if I want to watch it, but I haven't really like.
I don't think
Put
Kelsey's
any
gonna
thought
watch it
towards
just off the fact that he doesn't watch what people. Never mind.
No, we just need to get that one guy. Like Brian had the ultimate strategist. Now he had the tech. We just need to know who that guy recommended. What is it? Something Saga.
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga. Whoever recommended that to him,
Mm-hmm.
we need to speak to that person.
That's the one. I think he when he hears us talking, his brain scans to see the pigment of our skin. He's like, that can't be trustworthy.
Why is the guy that recommended Caucasian or something?
We have no idea.
Well, anyway, all right. So basically, the story takes off where Superman is already. You don't really go through the whole like him being a kid up into Superman. They show like one part in the beginning where he's a little kid, but then they fast forward immediately to him being older and he's established Superman, and the country has really relied on him for a lot of things and all that stuff like that. And basically, what ends up happening is he.
Oh, I got a button again. What year does this take place? Does it take
I
place
can't
like
remember. They
World
do
War
tell
II?
you.
Like
It's like older. Like
so it might.
it's like the 18 something or
Okay.
19.
Whoa, okay.
I can't remember. I think it might have been like 1836 or something like that.
Shit. Okay.
I think.
I thought it was gonna be like.
No, that can't be accurate. I can't remember. I don't want to.
But go ahead. I thought it was gonna be like Cold War stuff or.
I can't
It's not
remember what it
modern.
was.
Yeah.
Basically.
No, I mean it is. I think it is modern because I'm thinking about the American. See, I don't want to sound bad, but it's just like in Russia, like whenever I've seen things in Russia, is always like old and like really like in hard industrial type. It doesn't look very modernized.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard for me to tell in Russia what time period we're in because it always looks the same.
It just looks like it's constantly in war.
Yeah.
Got it.
But whenever
Russia,
they
the time tells you.
they show the United States, you could kind of tell what year it is, but they do tell you at the bottom. I just don't remember. But anyway, let me try to piece this chaotic thing together. So the president of Russia and Superman get into a discussion about persecution and camps and executions. And the whole time, of course, because it's Russia, so Superman is more integrated into the government because you know the whole dictatorship type thing. So he works very closely with the government. He's supposed to have a really close relationship with them or whatever, and especially the top dog. But then he finds out from Lois Lane that all that stuff I just mentioned is going on with the camps and the mass executings and stuff like that. He was like, it's impossible. If this happened, I would have known about it. I'm Superman.
Right.
So he flies to this location, and of course the whole place is like
Kryptonite.
built. No, it's all built out of lead. So they did it that way to shield him from being able to see what was actually going on underground.
I thought he could see.
He can't see through lead.
Yeah, you can't see through lead.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I don't know why I didn't know.
So he goes down there, and he sees all these people, like Russian people, living in some sort of coal mine-ish thing where they're like basically, it's almost like they're prisoners. I don't know exactly what they were doing. I just know like I see people pushing rocks and metal and stuff and banging on stuff. It just looked really harsh and bad. And it turns out the girl that he grew up with was down there the entire time. So fast forward, of course, that infuriates him because she ends up dying, like in his arms. Like she held out as long as she could to see him again.
And then
then she died.
Uh-huh.
And she wasn't even old. She was like his age.
Oh.
Even though I understand he's an alien, but she was young.
Like, yeah, she was like a young adult.
Yeah. So this part really did catch me off guard. He's talking to the president.
He curses at him.
No.
Oh, shit.
The president's trying to explain to him, like, with his responsibility to run the government or the country, there's times where you have to kill people to bring balance or some junk like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. And he said something like that, like sometimes you have to kill people. Some people can't live, or you have to kill them, or something like that. And then Superman was like, "Yes, I understand." And the screen is like on his face when he's talking to him, and all of a sudden you see his eyes start to light up red.
Oh,
and I'm thinking like, this is Superman. Like he's going to get angry and fly away.
No, this is Russia, man.
The camera cuts to the back of the president that he's talking to. So imagine you're looking at two people talking. The person that's right in front of you, his back is to you, and the person that he's talking to is in front of him.
Yeah.
And you just start to see like two red holes burn through his body and get bigger and bigger until he just disintegrates.
Holy shit. That
I
is
was
Superman.
like I yelled. I was like it threw me off. I was like, what? Like I was eating at the time and almost like choked.
That's not the Superman.
I was not expecting that. I was expecting him to get angry. Maybe his eyes light up to show his intense anger, and then they like go back down and then
calm himself and collect.
And then
himself.
maybe he flies off or something like that.
And like punches icebergs or whatever.
Did it beam through his head or through his body?
He said
through his body.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say in Injustice they did the head.
Oof.
He killed that dude like it was nothing.
Randal, you should really. Oh, you played Injustice 1 and 2. Like the Injustice is that. But it's the Superman turning because of it.
He didn't read it though.
Oh, if I recommend, I have the first 2 years if you want to read it. But that's the Superman I like to see. Like that. That's it. He tried to be the good guy. Humanity obviously failed him because we're trash. Boom. Now let's show you how when I'm in control, and that is just.
That's kind of how that's. I guess that seems to be the main timeline, or not timeline. That seems to be the main arc for Superman, because that's kind of like what this is. It's like the president wasn't doing a good job to him, so he took him out,
moved him,
and then now he's like I'm going to make sure that nobody is persecuted, or basically to make Russia peaceful as possible.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and then I'm going to go from country to country and make sure that everybody, Russia is pretty much engulfing the other countries. Like, look, there's not going to be any more war. There's going to be peace. There's going to be this and that. And of course, I mean, it's Superman. Who's going to say no?
Right.
Except for the United States.
Right.
The United States is the only one that's going to be like, we're going to do what we do, how we want to do it, when we want to do it.
Right.
So, of course, Lex Luthor has an issue with anytime a man or a person shows power, it's a threat. So then he makes his own version of Superman from his
like
DNA.
some lab or something?
Is
Okay.
it Bizarro? Bizarro
Nah,
Superman,
it wasn't
is that what he
Bizarro.
makes?
It was kind of like Bizarro, but it was only because they kept pushing him. Like they would have the ability to make him stronger as he was fighting Superman, and he just kept telling him more power, to the point where he started to deform.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of gave the whole Bizarro effect. But then he eventually died or whatever. But then this is where the movie gets weird, because it's like eventually Batman gets introduced to the movie or into the story. And if I'm correct, the first time you meet him, he kills a bunch of people in a museum. He's like,
Nice.
he like calls in, and he's like, such and such and such, there's a bomb in the building. You have 30 seconds. No. I think he said 30. No, he said you have 30 minutes. There's a bomb in the building, you have 30 minutes to get out.
Oh, shit.
And then it cut to him on the roof, and then all of a sudden it blows up. And he was like, I'm sorry, did I say 30 minutes? I mean 10 seconds.
Oh, shit.
He just killed a bunch of people. And his whole arc was he was trying to get his country back, Russia, because Superman had changed it to like it was already a dictatorship. This is like times 10, because now it's like if you don't do what you're told, then you have to get dealt with by Superman.
Yeah.
So he's trying to take his country back, because he feels like even though bad things happen, freedom is still supposed to be something that's right to everyone, no matter where you live at. So that's what he's fighting for. Wonder Woman comes into, I don't really understand why she showed up, but she showed up, and she's friends with Superman. But then her mother is telling her to leave men alone, and that she's planning on closing the gate between us and Themyscira, to the point where she can't travel back and forth anymore. And she's trying to convince her mother that no, they're still good in men. Whatever. Green Lantern shows up. Well, a Green Lantern shows up that's dead. They take the ring off of him and give it to, it's supposed to be Hal Jordan, I think.
But it's Hal Vodka?
I don't remember what his name was. He was American.
Oh.
That whole thing still took place on
So
America.
that's Hal
Is
Whiskey.
he white? Is he white?
Yeah,
or
he's
black?
white. No, he's
Okay,
white.
so it's either Hal or Kyle.
Yeah. And then instead of it being like a whole off-world thing where like there's other lanterns that come from, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not, the only Green Lantern that's on Earth is Hal or the other guy, Kyle.
Oh, Kyle, right.
They take the ring and somehow duplicate it, and now everyone on the Air Force has a ring. So instead of them flying in planes,
They just fly.
they just fly. What else? Wonder Woman, Batman, Green Lantern.
There a Martian Manhunter in here,
There's
or
no Martian Manhunter.
Aquaman?
There's no Flash, no Aquaman. I already told you about Green Lantern.
Cyborg?
No Cyborg.
Any of the Titans?
No.
Green Arrow.
Donna
No.
Troy? Nightwing?
So
Any villains?
it's just a whole bunch of cluster crap mixed together. The story is just weird. Oh, and Brainiac is in it, who ends up being the main nemesis. Like the whole time he was playing. So Brainiac pops up out of nowhere.
Sounds about right.
But when he pops up, he's already defeated. It was like explained in a news report, like Brainiac showed up. They show him like shrinking part of Russia, one of the cities in Russia, shrinking it and taking it up into the ship. But then Superman beats him, and then they show him reprogramming Brainiac, and now he's in control of Brainiac, and Brainiac is pretty much like his
puppet,
his Tony Stark, his Jarvis. Yeah. So whenever he wants to know any information on what's going on in the world, he asks Brainiac, and Brainiac gives him all these statistics and stuff like that. But what he didn't know is that Brainiac was pretending to be under his control for him to just try to take over at the end.
Okay.
So he ends up being the main major nemesis. Because up until this point, I don't know why I'm watching this or why anyone is watching this, because there's no like clear, definitive like
it's just
bad
Superman
guy, good guy.
Over.
Yeah, like Batman is killing innocent people. Superman is trying to take over the world. Wonder Woman is just showing up just because she's Wonder Woman. I don't understand how they were able to replicate alien technology in a ring and have everybody be a Green Lantern in the Air Force. That's just weird. What am I missing?
You kind of lost me already. Like I don't even want to watch this anymore.
It's not good, man. It's weird. The only good part about the movie, which I think Brian would probably absolutely love,
Green Lantern gun
Guys.
is there's a part where Batman captures Wonder Woman, right?
Okay.
He has her tied up with her own lasso.
Okay.
Ooh.
And she
Like where this is
screams
going.
out, Superman, so that he can hear her, and even though they're in a separate location.
Yeah.
So he flies to where she's at. It's the same spot where that girl died, where they were keeping all the people at.
To do all the manual labor.
So they had the little conversation about how Batman wants his people to have freedom, and Superman says, "I thought I was doing good," and he was like, "How are you doing good? But you're controlling everybody, and they get dealt with if you don't do what they say." Blah blah blah. So then all of a sudden, he hits a switch, because you know Batman always has a switch for something.
Yeah, he hits
a switch, and then all these sunlight things come up.
Okay. That's gonna give him more power.
No, they were all red, mimicking Red Sun,
Oh.
which makes him more like his home world, which makes him more vulnerable.
Human, right?
So he's having a conversation, and then Superman, not knowing that what's going on, says, "Oh, you know, these sunlight." He's thinking it like it's a gift from Batman, like this will help power the city or some junk like that. He's like, "Oh yeah, these are run for X amount." And mid sentence, as he's saying, "Oh, these are run for X amount of years, and the city could benefit from this," Batman punches him in the mouth, and it's just blood everywhere. He's on the ground, and Superman is like, "This is impossible." And then Batman says something about having a mutual friend, which he's talking about Lex Luthor, who pretty much helped him get the tech for this.
Yeah.
And for like 2-3 minutes, Batman is just pushing Superman's junk in, man. It's so bad that the music changes. Wonder Woman is on the ground. It's so bad that she had to look away.
Uh-huh.
I had to look away. It was just, y'all.
Everybody.
It was worse than the Hulk beating
Thor. Oh.
He was beating the crap out of him.
He was beating the vodka out of him.
And then he took him and threw him in like this hole or whatever, and said, "You gonna rot here until you die," or some junk like that.
Oh my God.
Jeez. So then Wonder Woman helps him. She breaks the lasso, flips the machine over that breaks the lamps, turns the power off. Superman comes up.
Okay.
And then
Batman dies.
Yeah, well, Batman dies because he had like a bomb in his chest, and rather than being pretty much conforming, you remember how Injustice, that at the end of Injustice, if the game ends with Superman winning, how he used his Brainiac's tech to make people do what he wants them to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah,
he does that in the movie.
Oh,
so he's using Brainiac tech to control people. Certain people, not everyone, but certain people, especially people who directly work for him. So that's basically what his plan was for Batman, because he said something to him. He's like, "So I can end up like one of your puppets or whatever." And
he just ends the switch again.
And while Superman's get ready to respond, he just hits the switch and explodes. He just like kills himself.
What the fuck is going on?
The whole thing doesn't make any fucking sense.
Exactly, it doesn't.
See, what I would have done is when I'm done removing my knuckles, because at this point they're mush from how badly I just bodied him, I just Cybermen it, so I would grab onto his body while it's weak and just detonate.
Oh, that's a good point.
For my country.
For the motherland.
That's crazy. So I'm glad that Injustice took some of the aspects of this story and then just made it 1,000 times better. Because this is not.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. This does not.
It doesn't sound
have any
great.
logical sense to it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
What was interesting is that it just goes to show the different tastes amongst people. Like, I went online and there's some people who absolutely love this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It'd be
They're
like
probably
that.
all from Russia.
And they also. And then this was also a comic a long time ago, so maybe they loved the comic back then, and now they would just get to see it in animated form, I guess. So there's that. That's crazy.
Everybody read and play Injustice.
All right, let's move on here. What do we got? Brian, let's do our music minute. And Randall's got some stuff to announce. So,
Well, he's got some stuff to announce, that's for sure.
Brian, let's start with Duke Dumont, because I played that. When was it? Sometime over the weekend. It has your song in it, dude. I thought he already released it. Hold on, let me put this stuff
He
on
did.
there.
That song came out like 3 years ago.
Hold on, give me a sec. Hold on.
And he said, let me put it on this album in 2020.
But I'm okay with it. I came on, I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm like, what's going on? All right, Duke Dumont.
I heard it today.
Oh, today you heard it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, back to listen to some music here. Quick music minute. I'm pretty bad at reviewing music, so it's basically I like it or I don't like it. Let me open up Spotify real quick so I can see what's what. Please tell me I'm signed in. Thank God.
It's 10 songs, 37 minutes.
Yes, sir. Very what type of music? Definitely EDM. It has a change of some funk songs, like what is it? A Nightcrawler I added to my list because I love that sound. It sounded really cool. Ocean Drive is Brian, like Ryan said, he said it came out like years ago, and he added it in his album, which is great. That means like more ammunition for people to so I can recommend this because that song slaps. It's on this album. It's called Ocean Drive. Nightcrawler and Ocean Drive were my favorites. But the rest of the album is it's a clean listen through, like from beginning to end. It has the same energy, same vibe. There's one or two that I think they were like slower R&B. Or am I thinking of no? That's never mind. I'm thinking of a different album.
It wasn't not really R&B, but they were slower. Like the song Together doesn't really fit the rest of the album.
Yeah, that might have been it. The one with the How to Dress Well.
Yeah. Most of these songs I liked. The ones that I didn't heart was because I got tired of the chorus. I don't like repetitious choruses like that.
I'm with you on that. There's some on here. Like I think
So, like,
Therapy.
the Fear.
Yes, the Fear. I was digging, and then it got old, and I'm like, damn it. Same with I don't know if it was the Power of Therapy. I can't play it because copyright, but I just one of the first two songs that I'm like lit, and then I don't know if it might have been the second one because it has somebody in the second one in the Power where I liked it, and the chorus came, and I'm like, I just like it. I don't love it, you know.
I hearted that one. I think I was already in the mode and I didn't notice. But Obey, I'm pretty sure I just got indoctrinated while that was playing.
When it was playing, I'm like, what is happening? And then he said Obey way too many times, but the instrumental on Obey it slaps.
I fucking hearted it. Even though he kept saying the same thing to me, I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
I'm pretty
like
sure they just awaken like a secret super sleeping soldier in me.
like I think the Obey is like what Red Sun wanted to do with Russia. Like you're like, yes, Superman, I'll obey. I'm there. That Obey definitely hits. The instrumental slaps, and then Nightcrawler, I like everything about it. And same with Ocean Drive. Ocean Drive, I've been like this since Brian showed me that song. Who knows how long ago? And then it played after because I didn't look at the track list. I just hit play. So I'm like, oh, Duke Dumont. I literally hit it because I remember Bryant that song. Ocean Drive. I'm like, oh, he made that song? This album probably okay. Hit play, and I kept working. And then it came out. I'm like, why the fuck is this song playing? And I'm like, oh, it's part of the album. I'm like, I thought this came out years ago.
Yeah.
But I definitely recommend Duke Dumont. This what is it, album, EP, whatever it is.
Duality, yeah. I recommend it too. I liked it. Just the repetitious choruses that the EDM tends to do. Not a fan of.
But yeah, I recommend it, and my go-tos are definitely Nightcrawler and Ocean Drive. So
yep,
that's
those two. Production alone, Obey was done really well.
Oh yes, I keep forgetting Obey
and
then Obey as well.
I heard 4 songs, and it was The Power, which I don't remember how it sounds right now. Obey, because I'm pretty sure it indoctrinated. That was propaganda.
Yeah, definitely.
Nightcrawler and an Ocean Drive I've listened to for years. So.
Yep. Like I didn't go back and listen to the other link, like with his single version of it, to see if maybe he changed the instrumental or something. It sounded the same to me.
Yeah.
But
I didn't hear any difference. Maybe no, I don't even think it was a little longer. I think it's like 1-to-1. I think.
Right. So yeah, that's an easy. And then I guess we can move right on. I didn't listen to Cudi's. Damn it.
Cudi's came out last week, I think.
Okay, go ahead and talk about Cudi's. I didn't see that on there. I don't know why.
I hit play and immediately laughed because the first thing you hear is him going,
Because that's what he's known for. That's what he does. He does the hums, dude. Where's K?
But it was like literally click. The click to ratio was instant. It was frame 1.
He does a bunch of that.
This song's a little different. He's still talking about like dark
themes,
but the instrumental, it's not really boom bap, but it sounds like traditional rap.
Oh, okay, that's different.
Like
I mean, that's different for him because he usually does the psychedelic instrumentals and the weird, like the experimental instrumentals.
Yeah.
He went to like boom bap ish.
Like he's bars. He's not really singing.
Oh, so he just lets you know, I'm here, but here, let me do these bars real quick.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting it, especially how quick the were, but I like the song.
Oh, I gotta hear it then. I didn't know he was doing that.
The chorus is funny because he says the name of the song but pretty fast.
Oh, Leader of the Delinquent, something like that. Like he's done that in previous like tracks where he'll say the title real quick.
Yeah, but I really liked it. I'm glad. I'm excited if he's coming back with like a whole project. I missed Cudi. I miss Man on the Moon Cudi.
Oh, facts. I don't think that's on Spotify, right? Because those were mixtapes.
Those were albums.
I have to check then, because I haven't heard that in a while, man. I'm going to have to just go back and listen to some stuff. All right, Brian, this music minute's going by nicely. You know what I'm saying? We just go in here, do our thing, move on. So I saw this. It only had 2 songs in it. So I'm like, I might as well listen to it. Like, I'm like, there's no excuse for me not to listen to it. And and 50%. One of them, I'm like, lit.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Which one did you pick?
Which one did you pick?
All right, I'll tell you right now. No problem, bro. Run.
Did you pick? That's the one I picked.
Okay, I was about to say, because the first one I'm like, oh, whatever. And then Run played, and I'm like, oh, this is good.
Yeah. Then at first I thought I wasn't going to like it because he redid the chorus twice within one chorus part and goes to the verse.
Uh-huh.
But it was just the energy, dude. The way he like, it sounded full. Like he had like a choir behind him. The way that they used stereo imaging on his voice, the instrumental itself, and like the way the beat breaks down when he's doing parts of the chorus. Yeah. I was like, this is amazing. The first song, I was like, oh, it's artsy. I get it.
Yep.
But this one was like...
We went through the same emotions, and I'm like, it's only 2 songs, and the first one I'm like, ugh, I got another fucking song of this. And I'm like, all right, this is fine. And then the next song playing, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And
then the chorus hit, I'm like, you got me. The verses sound fine. The instrumental sounds great. Chorus is fine, too. I'm like, you got me. Good song. From this 2-track EP, the second track.
Yeah. It's not that I hated the first one, it just wasn't for me. Because I liked the way it started with the instrumental, but I got what he was doing early.
This is, to me, remember when Drake released, when was it? Was it God's Plan and something else, right? He released 2 things. No, it wasn't God's Plan. I don't think it was.
Not everything's about God's plan.
No, there was a moment when he dropped 2 tracks. And I heard the
Money
first
in the
one.
Grave, and the other one was Omerta.
That's what it was. I heard Omerta.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, whatever. And then Money in the Grave came on. I don't give a shit about Omerta. This is what happened. The second one played. I'm like, I don't care about what is it. Give Me Love or what the first track is. Run has it. Run got it. Oh man,
I feel the same way. I don't hate the first song. It's just it Run hit different.
Yep, facts. We're on the same page on that. That's rare, B. All right, that's it. That's our music minute, bro.
Time.
Randall. Oh, go ahead, Brian. You have something else to say?
Time.
You said time?
Yeah.
Got it. All right, what do you want first? Oh, someone put definitely streaming, by the way. Someone put definitely and underlined it and bolded it and italicized it. Oh my god, I fucking love it. All right, so I don't have a picture for all that stuff because you added that later on. So I'm just gonna put cute things while putting this on top of it. Cool. Randall? All right.
Which one did you pick?
The Tekken 7.
Oh.
Hit it for
I
it.
have to pee really badly, so I'm gonna speed run through it.
All right, cool. Go for it, Randall. So you're in the game now. You're in the game now. You put it on here. Talk about it.
Oh,
recording
there
some
isn't much to say. I'm gonna edit the videos that I have. I have 4 videos. They're all an hour each, and I'm gonna edit.
What time are you streaming this?
Technically, you can stream this, Randall. You can set it up so it can premiere like on Twitch at the same time you make it publish. That makes sense?
Yeah, I've seen you talk about the premiere stuff on YouTube, but I feel like that's something you would use if you had like followers, you know, people who are waiting for your content.
This bitch is still talking about not having followers. Okay.
Anyway, we're getting away from what I'm saying. So there's 4 videos.
No, we're not. We're talking about you streaming.
But that's not what the topic is about.
Go for it.
It is.
All right.
Says posting Tekken 7 compilation video.
That's because you wrote.
Streaming.
That's because you wrote definitely streaming.
No, he wrote it.
What do you mean I wrote?
He wrote definitely to be fair.
Well, definitely, whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm really upset with Anthony that he didn't just go. So when are you streaming this? It says on here that you're gonna stream this video.
Because you know awesome. I wouldn't put that.
Because he's a piece of shit.
Those are facts. Those are facts. I'm not gonna fight you on that.
Anyway, I have 4 videos for the 3rd time, an hour each, and I'm going to edit them to make a compilation of me playing Tekken 7, and I will be.
It's online.
Post.
Like it's basically him against the world kind of thing, Brian. I don't know if you came in near the end or not, but it's him Tekken 7 comp, like him playing online, and then videos he's gonna edit it down.
He's gonna stream editing the videos. It says it in the doc.
That's pretty good too. That's a good idea.
I'm not doing it.
Okay, well.
So I'm gonna edit the videos.
He's playing as who is it?
You guys are making this way longer than this needs to be.
Randall, because this is how content is made. We stretch it out.
You have fans asking you questions already.
Yeah, like Johan's already asking, who are you playing as?
I'm playing as Kazuya.
Kazuya. I said Kazuya, like that's the real thing.
What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna edit the video and then I'm going to post it this weekend.
Oof, there you go, boys. How he says cheap.
What's cheap? How is that cheap?
He said that character's cheap.
Actually, Kazuya is one of the hardest characters to play in Tekken.
Javi, I don't think Javi plays Tekken. He's just being funny. He's my son. He's funny, of course.
Funny looking.
All right, don't ever talk to me or my son like that ever again. All right, what else, Randall? So we're going from that's it. So this weekend, what? Any specific day or sometime this weekend?
I can't narrow it down to it. It could be Saturday, it could be Sunday.
Randall,
it's just going to happen this weekend.
Randall, you're talking like Valve right now, and I don't like that.
At least I'm saying this weekend. I'm not saying sometime in the near future.
Facts. Okay, fine. Moving on to I'm gonna put the whole thing on there. All right, man, you're going to have to explain yourself here because I don't know what the hell this is.
This is, like I said, is a bridge, so this is going to be very short as well.
Okay, so for anybody who can't read it on the stream because he put a lot of long words and I understand them, it says, quote, manifested perception from a broken heart, parentheses, parentheses, sorry, not parentheses. Abridged and parentheses. Go ahead, Randall.
So basically,
tell us about your new novel.
It's not a novel.
That sounds like a novel.
Maybe
the
if I was
novel's coming up in the next one.
What?
So without giving away too much information, something recently happened to me that really discouraged me, and I wouldn't say that this exact thing is what caused me to feel this way. I think it was a combination of things over a long period of time, and this was basically the straw that broke the camel's back, where it really got under my skin and it really hurt me and put me in a depressed state. And I'm at a point where I'm just like,
fuck
whatever.
People.
Yeah.
You can
Fuck
say
it,
it,
I'm
Randall.
out.
Say it. It feels
and
good.
I'm just gonna like
say it.
I'm just gonna take all that the hurt and anger and frustration and everything that I'm feeling right now and just pour it into
streaming.
Into my
and say it.
All my goals and stuff that I want to do that I've been putting off and procrastinating on.
Yeah, Johan said album drop incoming.
If I was Adele, yeah, the album would be coming out.
Randall, you have someone who works in music right here. So, like, you know?
I'm not a singer.
I don't work in music.
You don't need to sing. I can sing for you. You can just write your pain on the piece of paper, and then you'll hear weekday like music vocals come out, and Brian will hit you with some Dr. Dre beats. Like, let's go.
So that's pretty much it.
So say it. Just say fuck people. It'll feel good. All right. I mean, I'm just trying to help you.
He needs a couple shots of whatever his thing is.
He drinks. What is it? Loco Nut. He needs some Loco Nut, but we can go get some.
There's some still here.
Oh, there is?
I'm not feeling it anymore, though.
You don't like it?
Not anymore.
Why?
He's moving on to moonshine.
Honestly, if I had to choose, the only thing that I actually enjoy drinking, I can't have because it has milk in it.
Which is what?
The rum chata.
Rum chata.
You can't make that without actual milk? Like, there's no substitute?
I don't know. I just know that the rum chata that you buy at the liquor store has milk in it.
Oh, well, I'm sure there has to be some sort of recipe or something. Like, I'm sure there's a substitute. All right. Now to end this trilogy. These are all books. The first two here are the books. I guess you haven't wrote down the name of the last book. The Return of Making Gains, Randall.
Oh.
Talk to me. What is this?
So yesterday I started working out again. I haven't worked out in I don't know, a long time. Months, I'm gonna say. At least I haven't worked out in like at least 2 months.
Okay.
I think.
And then you're back at it again. When did you start?
Yesterday.
Oh,
I started yesterday. And it was brutal because I don't know if it was maybe the routine that I chose to do was maybe too intense, but I felt nauseous.
Did you throw up?
I was so close to throwing up.
But you didn't.
I mean, like I was on the edge. Like I think if I would have stood up too fast, I would have threw up.
Oof.
So I sat down for a while until like everything subsided, and then I continued on a little bit more, and then I stopped. But yeah, I don't know why I added that. I think I was just like writing stuff down, and then before I knew it, I had added it to the doc. I probably shouldn't have added it, but
I mean, we here, so this is how we do it, you know.
But yeah, there's really no story to that. It's that whole saying of once you start working out, you should never stop working out. That I don't know what to say to explain how important that saying is, because if you stop for a long time and then you start again, even if you're doing something simple, like I mean, I was doing a lot of body weight stuff, it still was like, man,
Destroying your will to live.
just the sickness that I felt. I felt like I was like some drunk girl on a toilet or some junk.
What?
Were you down with it? Were you down with it?
Was I down with it?
Yeah, the sickness.
No.
That's a song, Randall.
Wow,
You've
wake
heard
up.
the song. I know you have. There's no way.
Oh yeah, I know she's
Down with the like
Yeah.
that's everywhere. Brian, you love it. You recorded it. Sell it. What was I gonna say? Oh, the thing you're talking about, not stopping something. That's just habits in general. Like if you stop anything, you'll coming back to it. It's difficult to do. Like once you get used to, you get comfortable in a certain. Like you probably got comfortable not working out. You're just like whatever, chilling.
I don't know if I would say that I got comfortable because every day that I didn't, it bothered me mentally. It was like I almost like felt guilty, like I should be working out. And then when I would see you work out, and I would go, even though, so like the mindset would be like I would be going upstairs and I would see you working out, and I would be thinking like my fat behind.
That's a
should be
nice
doing-
ass.
So I would say to myself, my fat behind should be doing the same thing, but I would still be on the clock for work. Cause you start working out like around 4:30 or whatever.
Yeah, 4:30.
And I don't get off of work until 6.
Uh-huh.
So that would kind of like be my excuse. Like, well, I can't work out right now because I'm working, and it's not like working from home for me is like, okay, here's your task, do the work, and then we'll check on you. It's like I'm remote in. It's pretty much like being at the office, except for I'm just at home because everybody still messages you the same amount of time they message you if you were inside the building. Like every 5 minutes, somebody's messaging me, or their emails, or like we have a meeting every
voice
morning
call.
at 9.
Yep.
And then we have another meeting at 1 p.m. And it's like, I feel like I never left work. So
I mean, that's what they want. They want to continue to, hey, we're remote, but don't stop. You know?
don't get me wrong. I'm grateful that I'm still able to work because there are some people who can't. But that the whole point was that's my excuse. Is like, oh, I should be working out, but I can't work out because I'm on the clock. But then
When you're
like,
done, what's going? Yeah.
yeah,
what
but then
happened?
it's like, well, afterwards, man, I really want to play some video games. So then I stop playing Madden.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think it's the whole thing that I said earlier about the whole
Hold on, I got you.
getting heartbroken.
I know I got you, man. This your title of your first book, Manifested Perception from a Broken Heart. You laughing? You wrote it,
No, you just wrote it like you was like my publicist.
Randall. This is a
something.
$20,000 idea. Bless you.
Wake her up next time she sneezes.
I'm not.
You only get 2. After that, they have to get that shit under control.
It's on them now.
I just progressively get louder the more I bless you, so that I just intimidate your body to stop.
Like, yo, he's yelling at me. I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, Shannon sneezes, she gets 2, and then when she sneezes the third time, I tell her to get that shit under control.
I mean, it's facts though. Like I helped it. Like I'm not. You know, it's your turn now. You know. Anyway, we didn't get any fan mail, so I gotta put cute things on here because that's how we roll. Cute things.
Okay.
What happened?
Johan just said, "Watch me fall down your stairs on stream."
Don't. As funny from the outside as seeing somebody or something fall downstairs, that probably hurts a lot. Because each step you're crashing some part of your body with all your body weight onto like. Don't.
with momentum.
And with momentum, like I'm sure from the outside it's probably hilarious.
I feel like your stairs though. You're gonna like have to want to fall down the part 2 of it.
Yeah, because if you fall down my stairs, you're not going all the way down.
Yeah.
Usually
unless you wanted to.
Yeah.
Usually I
Unless
think
you really try for it.
I think the reason why most people have really bad experiences falling down the stairs is because they keep trying to stop it.
Oh yeah, they're trying to hold on or like
rather just let it happen. It probably would be worse. It would not be as bad if you just let it happen. But the fact that they're trying to grab onto stuff or they keep trying to like counterbalance and stabilize, it just makes it worse.
Only one way to find out. So Johan, please don't purposely fall down my stairs. Oh my god. Okay. What were we talking about right before this? The falling downstairs?
No fan mail.
No fan mail. Man. Whatever. I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was.
Fan mail.
No. Now we're going to go on releases then. Only two
Fan
things that I saw on there, Brian. You can double check music just in case, because I mean you're well versed. But for games, if you guys like XCOM, there's a spin-off series that you get to play as the aliens called XCOM Chimera Squad that's coming out, and the remake of Trials of Mana is coming out. So those are the two that I saw on there that were notable. I think
was that last one?
Yeah, Trials of Mana. It's like a remake of a JRPG back in the day. It used to be co-op. I think they removed the co-op, which I think is a bad move, but don't quote me on it.
Oh yeah, it's part of the Mana series.
Did you play this one?
Not this one. We played Legends of Mana.
Oh.
And we loved that one. But it was one of those that like they had. It's one of mine and my brother's favorite games, and they had co-op, but it was somewhat broken, I guess. Like you could import another character, and they would like level up and do stuff, but you couldn't change anything about the character. Like you couldn't, set what do you call it? You couldn't set like skills, or I think change weapons or a bunch of other stuff. So you would just they would level up, and then when that person went back to their own profile, they would be higher in level. They just wouldn't have a bunch of the stuff that they got in the other profile.
I remember you mentioned this.
Yeah.
About it before. You guys tried playing co-op. Mm-hmm. And that's about it, people. Unless you guys have anything else to add, we're gonna go see what we're doing this week. What the hell was I gonna say? I forgot I was gonna say something.
Fan mail.
It's not fan mail.
You're talking about his book, and then you said we didn't get fan mail.
It's whatever.
Fan mail.
Bernard, you doing?
Speaking of mail, when was the last time you went to the mailbox?
I need to go do that actually, because it was late last week. I think I went. I do need to go check.
You just get a letter that says leave.
Yeah. I do gotta go check the mail. Anyway.
They did say something today at work that somebody, the government or the city, I don't know. They are saying that it's getting to the point where they're asking people to wear masks now.
Who's asking people to wear masks?
Whoever they are, the people who.
The Illuminati?
I don't know. The state.
The government, man.
I guess the state is asking people in Florida, like, if they go anywhere to wear masks.
Oh.
That's what I saw in the email. They sent the email out at work for my work. To us saying that.
I'm going to be like, yo, when you give me a mask, I'll wear it. I'm going to go around looking for a goddamn mask.
That's probably selling his own.
Yeah, for like $70 probably.
When does yours get here?
No. Brian, besides fan mail, what are you gonna be doing this week?
What am I doing tomorrow? A friend of mine recently is trying to find a hobby, and he's just started trying to learn how to make music, so I might be helping him a little bit.
Oh, you can also tell your friend to sign up for Stadia. It's free. That's a pretty good hobby. Yeah, music is a pretty good hobby.
It's Thursday and Friday, I'll probably stream something. What I'll stream, we'll find out together. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Or did you just stream you and him learning, or you teaching him stuff?
Because I don't want to have to deal with reading something while teaching someone something.
Reading something? What do you mean?
An entire chat.
He doesn't have a voice? He can't... Or a voice? He doesn't have like Discord.
You're saying why don't I stream it, right? Now,
Yeah.
what does my stream have? A chat. Now, I don't want to read that while talking to someone teaching them how to do something. I'd rather just give them my attention.
Nah, go ahead and stream it. Your chat will
No,
understand.
man.
They'll learn too.
No.
Or if not, yeah, I could do it anyway. Yeah, you'll be fine.
See, Thursday or Friday, I don't know.
Sleep is what you're gonna be doing. Kelsey, what you doing this week?
I don't know. Probably not watching Spider-Man.
We know that. That we know for a
You're
fact.
definitely not watching it.
I don't know. I don't really have much on my plate right now. Like, you know, with not being able to go out and do anything, there's not really much we can do other than just sit here and stare at the walls.
You
I
have
might,
options.
like, I don't know. I might try and get out there and work on the car. I really need to.
Set up that stream, dude. Just working on a car stream.
Yeah,
Put some music on. Just, take a shirt off. You good?
exactly.
Let me know what your Pornhub link is, and we'll go from there. All right, Randall, what are you doing this week?
I think I already told you that.
No, you just told us when something's coming out.
Well, that's what I'm gonna be working on.
So all week is just the editing.
Yeah.
All right, no problem, Randall. No problem. Hey, Randall, the division's on sale on Stadia. So what I'm going to be doing this
story.
So what I'm going to be doing this week is two things. No, actually, I do need to start playing Dog Uri. I have it installed. I need to start playing Dog Uri. I need some new game to play. It looks good. So I'm going to say this out loud, but I'm probably not going to happen.
Don't do it.
Tomorrow, instead of the division, I'm going to play Dog Uri.
What is that?
Dog Uri is a side-scrolling game where you play as a dog samurai. Randall, don't shake your head like you know what it's about. What it's gonna be good. You're a dog samurai. The story you should be hooked already. The dog just wants food, shit, and food. So like,
does it have a sword?
Yeah.
That I'm guessing is holding in his mouth.
Randall, I don't know, man. I just know it's a dog samurai. Like that's all you gotta know. I'm sold, and it looks like a Game Boy game. See? Look at the screenshot, Randall. Look at that. Look at that dog. See that dog?
Can I pet that
Wait,
dog?
so he's a humanoid dog.
No, he's a dog. Look.
Look at his hand. How is he holding a sword?
He's got dog hands.
Look at the picture far to the. No, don't scroll down.
Look, I'm scrolling down, Randall. Look at this one.
Scroll up.
That's a dog.
That does not look like a dog. That looks like a human with a dog's head.
That's a dog, Randall.
Okay.
There's different breeds.
There's different breeds of dogs. There's dog and then dog. What's wrong with you, Randall? You just don't like a certain kind of dog?
That's a cool picture. The second one from the left at the top.
Oh.
Yeah, little Anthony's not showing this, so we're just seeing a fox being pensive while. Oh no,
that's a dog too. That's a dog, bro.
Hey.
But so yeah, probably Dog Uri. See how I just test the water, see how it is, and then Thursday either more Division or I don't know, maybe some Call of Duty or something. I don't know. Not many new games coming out, so that I'm actively looking for. And it's not September yet, so no Cyberpunk.
I just have to wait till next Tuesday for Zoe to come out in Grand Blue because they think it's funny to release characters on a podcast day.
I saw it's kind of related to what you guys are talking about, but not so much. But I saw a prediction from the news today online.
Okay.
And they showed the curve of this whole COVID-19 thing.
Okay.
And the curve is just starting to go down around August.
Oh, as a prediction?
Yes.
There's no way.
And
Say that again?
The curve is just started in the prediction, they show the graph, and it's peaking in April, where we're at right now, and it says around August, that's when it's kind of leveling off and going down.
I mean, that's if they keep the quarantine order in effect. But there's a lot of dumbass states that are like, hey, bro, we're going to open back up.
Yeah, I heard about that. And like 90.
Oh, really?
90,000 people were
Who's opening up? Hold on, sorry to cut. Who's opening up?
Florida's over here making wrestling an essential business.
I heard about that, but I thought they were just gonna use it for like, you know how they're gonna make like film it with an empty studio or like an empty crowd. Isn't that what they're gonna do? I don't know. Okay.
There was some states I know on March 1st they're supposed to be opening up like barbershops and stuff like that again. This is what I read. But in New York, there were 90,000 new cases of people with corona. 90,000.
It don't make no sense. But so what happens if it is in August?
That's what the curve said.
Randall, it's April.
I know.
So in 4 months, it'll start to go down. 4 months. What about rent, electricity bill? No people with no job. They just, oh, well, you're out of.
Well, I don't know how true this is, but so you remember when I told you earlier about the stimulus check that was for $1,200?
Yeah.
Well, I read somewhere else that there's supposed to be a stimulus check for $2,000 that we're supposed to get every month.
That is the bill that they proposed. It's not something that has been like confirmed yet.
So it hasn't gone through.
These are all still just speculation because there's also articles going around that the scientists are like, yo, we're going to be in lockdown until 2022. And I'm like, okay.
What? No. That one I definitely don't believe.
I mean, I'm fine never leaving this building because my gym's barely just an idea. So.
Well.
Pick her up.
We'll see what happens. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't know. I think before summer ends, I think we'll be out. Like maybe by the end of May, they're like, fuck it.
I mean, if you got people who are not following the rules, then they're only prolonging this. People are not staying home like they're supposed to.
They should just have the people that are walking out without any kind of safety or protection just do like death fist fights in an arena and just have them off themselves.
That's funny you said that because I just saw a heading. I didn't read it, but I just saw a heading today that said that there should be somebody like in the government or the governor or something like that said that they're fighting to have more severe punishment for people who I forgot how they worded it, but basically people who are not following the rules. I don't know.
For the lockdown or for the wearing masks and gloves thing? Because there's one thing, yes, lockdown. But if you're going out to get essential things, like if you're going to the
I think
store,
there are people who are just out
There's
to
people
be
that
out.
are. Yeah,
oh, they're
there's
just
people that are
outside doing
protesting.
nothing?
Yeah, they're just they're
Oh.
protesting and all sorts of stupid shit, and it's like, are we serious here?
I'm gonna say, like, how are you gonna like punish the people who's gonna go? They're just getting food.
No, not that. People who are doing everything but that.
Oh. Well. 2020, what a year so far, huh?
And then you got these people who are like, I don't know if it's pranks to them or jokes or whatever, but have you heard about the people who are like doing stupid stuff like sneezing on food and stuff like that?
I fucking hope that every single one of those fuckers get thrown in jail for life. Fuck those people.
I think we talked about it in this.
There was a
podcast
video.
Before. No, we talked about it before about it, like the lady on the ice cream and stuff. Like that's considered a terrorist act, right?
Yeah.
And you know they after the it's all linked back to the Tylenol deaths back in the 80s.
Like that's beyond you shouldn't be doing it. Like why are you? First of all, why are you sneezing at something? Regardless if there's fucking a virus going around. Second, you know there's a virus going around and you think it's hilarious to do that.
There's
that like
there was one case where a lady, I think it was a lady, sneezed on a bunch of food. It ended up being like $30,000 worth of food, and the supermarket had threw it all out because of that.
Because they can't risk it.
Yeah, and then there was like some sort of situation between a cop and a civilian, and the guy that they were tussling with, he sneezed on the cop, and then he said, I might have corona, but you never know. She said that to the cop after he sneezed on her.
I would have been like, I don't know. I would have done something to just like swing at her with my baton. Like I might have like something, like some reflex on my arm. I'm sorry. And then bam, knocked him
You
out.
might have a weapon on you.
Yeah. So and then just cap him in the kneecap. Javi said, "I hope someone spits on them to death." That's a crazy way to die. I don't wish. That's almost as bad as drowning. That's worse because that's the way you'll die. Because like if you just sit like in a box and they just keep spitting on you, and you'll drown in someone's spit. Okay, that's how we're ending this episode right there. Drowning in spit.
Some people deserve it.
And I'm gonna name this episode that. I'm gonna call it "Drowning in Spit." Thank you guys for that. And the title and the thumbnail is just gonna be the Superman Red Sun, so it makes no sense. I'm like, why is it Superman Red Sun and it's called "Drowning in Spit"? Content.
You're probably gonna make people want to watch it. Just find out.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck?
Context.
Yeah, like what the fuck is he drowning in spit in this?
they go through the whole movie waiting for that one part, and
like
the credits roll, and they're like,
"There's no spit."
It's kind of how like I watched Superman Doomsday being told that he will die, yet he comes back near the end of the movie. So,
I mean, that's partially your fart. Your fart? Your
my
fault.
fart. That's my fart.
It's partially your fart.
you need to make that a thing.
What?
It's your fart.
It's your fart?
Yeah.
Hey, hashtag Bugattis only.
Yo, speaking of which, thank you for bringing it up, Brian. You go to the ADLR.TV/merch to go get your Bugattis only shirt. All the proceeds go to Brian because he thought of it. So, shit, go for it. It's $1 for each hoodie. So,
Hey, it's better than
Did you say it's $1?
cents.
You mean
my
the
profit is $1. Yeah, I put them as cheap as possible. That I can at least.
I thought you were saying you selling the hoodie for $1.
I would have gotten a bunch of those.
Yeah, I would have gotten about like a loan.
Oh my god. Anyway, I think that's it, people. Episode 91 in the wraps. Unless you guys have anything else to add. Yay, nay, Randall? All right.
I don't think so.
No? Kelsey said he shook his head already. He's already in Path of Exile right now. Like, he's already...
I'm not in PoE now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. One of the games I might stream for a bit is I need to fucking finish Blasphemous. So I might try to get through those 2 bosses and then change the games accordingly. I don't know. We'll see.
And that's it, people. Go support the Division 2. It's on sale. And Stadia's free.
Is there a story?
Randall, no. Yes, but no. I don't play for the story in that game. That game is just fun to shoot things, and when you shoot things, sometimes they drop rare stuff that has cool talents, and you can make a cool build, and then you can just keep shooting more things, Randall. Right? That's the loop. You shoot, get loot, you keep shooting. You know, that's it.
I just want them to give me all of their money or more loot, and that's basically what I'm there for.
That's it, dude. Like you just shoot. It's a what is it, Brian? It's a therapeutic thing. You chill, you play. Unless you're playing on like with the directives on, and all hell breaks loose because now you're on edge every encounter. But like if you just coasting through trying to beat the game, bro, you just chill with your friends, have a conversation, shoot some bad guys, get some loot, share your loot with your friends. You be like, yo, I don't need this. You need this shotgun? No problem. Here you go. Boom. Oh, I got this shotgun. Now let's go try it out in that group over there. Randall, we just booling.
So here's the thing: the problem that I had with the Division that let me down.
Here we go.
And I could be wrong, so obviously you've played the game, you can correct me.
Okay.
I thought that when I first saw the trailer, I thought it was going to be like some pandemic, post-pandemic stuff where civilians are scavenging around trying to get whatever they can to survive, and then also like getting guns and just, trying to protect themselves, like civilians, like really,
yeah, that's what it is.
Getting down. It seems like, but from what I saw, it seems like these guys are like they have like military background.
That's one faction.
And then
there's like 5 different factions.
And then there's other factions where there's just like everyday working people who some guy used to work in the stock market. Somebody worked at the corner
They don't go
store.
to that extent where this is Earl and he used to like backflip over Kawasaki's, but like
But there's a faction where there's just regular people with no military background.
Yeah, and then there's different factions. There's some people who are like drug addicts and stuff, which I think they have different names. There's the cleaners, the Rikers,
The Cummers.
There's Brian's group, the Cummers, and then there's the Black Tusk, with the military people.
Then there's like those mech people.
That's the Black Tusk.
Yeah, then there's like the Black Tusk.
And there's the people who are like constantly getting souped up on like some like drugs and stuff, and they get buffs, and it's.
See, I thought I thought it was going to be more.
You think it's gonna be cinematic? It's not.
No. I don't mean like cinematic. I just thought it was going to be more story driven. Like I thought it was going to be a bunch of regular, everyday people. It hit the fan, and everybody has to like huckle down and like survive and also defend themselves. So like I thought even like the fighting was going to be like, you know, all over the place because these people don't have, you know. Military
this
background.
This
or
isn't multiplayer Last of Us where he's just putting together pipes with Band-Aid and spit and then running around going
Band-Aid and spit.
Like
if that's what you want, State of Decay would be more what you want, where it's just everyday people.
Brian,
is he clapping?
Yeah, I'm clapping right now for you because yes, if that's what you want, State of Decay 2, that's your game, but it's zombies.
See, but that's I wanted to be modern.
It is modern. It's just zombies.
Zombies old?
Yeah, like what the
I'm
fuck?
talking about like modern as in like right now. Right now we're not dealing with zombies.
Yet.
Yeah, like we don't know what this.
Most of those people that are out there protesting are just brain dead.
Oh, got him.
Yeah, fucking got. That's a bar right there.
So that's basically Final Fantasy 14. Oh goodness. Yeah, but all that lore stuff about we used to be whatever, you can find that in collectible audio logs and stuff around Washington D.C. or New York and stuff. But
it's supposed to be Manhattan, right?
No, the first one was in New York entirely, and then this one and the second one you're in Washington D.C. The new DLC you go back to New York, a portion of it of New York.
I went back to Cali.
Okay,
I don't think so.
That's why I was like so ready for that game because it took place in Manhattan. The first one I'm talking about. It took place in Manhattan, and I thought it was going to be. I didn't want it to be another ex-military FPS game, man, where everybody has the skill or the license to kill or was in the Army or the Navy SEALs. I didn't want it to be like that. I wanted it to be like real, like. It got bad, and now everyone has to survive.
That's what's happening. It's past the beginning part. It's not let's Last of Us. Let's go grab this nail and put it in some cans, and then it explodes. No, we're done with that. We found guns.
State of Decay.
Like this is America, Randall. You in the post-apocalyptic America, you can sneeze and seven guns come out of your pocket. Like that's gonna happen. And then everyone's armed. Now they're fighting for control points. So those people who help you are those Earl and Steve and stuff coming in, running with their guns, trying to help you. They take a control point. You can give them food, water, and whatever to keep that control point, and it gives you XP. You can do that, and you're just walking around Washington D.C. doing that if you want to.
Deer you can shoot.
You can shoot animals for no reason. Don't do that, but you can do it. Don't do that, by the way. There's dogs. If you shoot dogs, you turn out like me. So when I first played it, I'm like, can you shoot the animals? And I shot a dog.
Why would
I wanted to see if you can shoot them? That's all.
Why? Why would you need to know that information?
Just I want to see how attention, what they're programming.
When Javi and I were playing Hunt and Showdown, anytime we were by a horse, I just shot it in the head.
Wow.
Okay.
Because it was already like I had to put it out of his misery.
All right, so let me switch gears. We gotta end this, by the way. Oh, we have Real Yigan in the chat asking if this podcast is on Stadia. Yes. So I told this same person here, Real Yigan, yesterday while I was playing Division 2 to go sign up, right? Because it's free for like the 8th time now. And then he asked me if he has to pay anything for PC. I said nope, completely free. Now I don't know if he's still watching because he dipped as soon as I answered that question, so he didn't get my answer. So I whispered to him, right? Not like Twitch has whispers like their name for messaging people. So I'm like, yo, here's the information. Go sign up. Try it yourself. Not like in a leave me alone type of way. Just like this is the only way to get it is to use it, right? Now, really, again, have you? It's been over 24 hours. It doesn't take that long to sign up and just hit play. Have you used it? I don't know if he left already or he's gonna do it, but if he answers, he answers. You know. Anyway, that's it. ADLR Podcast, episode 91 in the books. I'll see you guys next week.
91.
Are you gonna do something for 100?
I was gonna bring that up to you guys, but like you don't even want to host, and then Bryant still hasn't hosted his, so like, what am I gonna do special? You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about boys.
You want to talk about boys for the 100 episode?
I will not be on that podcast.
So I don't know what we're doing for the 100th. We're approaching it, but I don't know what.
But I don't know. We gotta
Rapidly
spitball.
approaching it.
I mean, because
we gotta spitball. I don't know. We gotta get the mind together. We gotta have your people contact my people. We gotta rendezvous.
I don't have people.
Oh yeah.
This is
What's on your shirt then?
My dad.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Episode 91. That's what I was talking about. If you all listen to the podcast, we'll be back next week. If you watch my content regularly, there's a highlights video of me and Cobra hunting down Venus, which is a manhunt that was out for Division. It's up on YouTube now. Tomorrow I'll be streaming. By tomorrow I mean Wednesday and Thursday. And that's about it, peeps. Thank you guys for watching, listening, both. Goodbye.